It is green.
All right. This time we are going to be doing the ever wonderful one shot of the Drumchapel Company. You all are going on an expedition. As a matter of fact, you all started in the tiny, not really tiny, but it's a moderate village of Drumchapel. You all were hired by the Drumchapel Company to escort their goods all the way from Drumchapel to the city of Palacechuck in Vasa.
Oh no,
What
not
you-
Vasa.
In Vasa, yes. Well, considering that warlocks are there a lot, and then the biggest thing everybody knows about Vasa is the Lich Genyi, this is a bit of a problem, but they're all dead now, cough. But you all are headed to Palacechuck. As far as you know, it's turning into something of a trade city. It is primarily a half-orc town, which is a bit of a novelty. And just generally, it should be a relatively lucrative venture. If you all get there and back, you might even get more potential business coming in and out of Drumchapel and send you elsewhere. The only slight issue with trying to do any dealings in Palacechuck is the fact that the Galena Mountains are in your way. Everybody knows that the Galena Mountains aren't really passable. You don't climb over them. That's just not something you do. And now there are no friendly woodchucks in Palacechuck, unfortunately. But the individual who owns the Drumchapel Company, your boss, however, had heard rumors that just close to the village of Bellinau, there used to be a secret road over the Galena Mountains, and he's hoping that if this is the case, it could cut a good 10-day from your journey and potentially make it a lot safer. You all are being sent out, number one, to try to verify this, and in the worst case scenario, you might have to go north through the Tortured Lands and down the main road to get to Palacechuck, which is something that none of you all want to do.
I want to go to the Tortured Lands.
I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. But that being said, you all have been traveling together for some time. Why doesn't everybody introduce yourself and give your name and what you do? We're gonna start with this one because he's the first one I grabbed.
Hello, I'm Gronk. I take this stick with pointy bits on it and hit things with it.
And Mr. Gronk, other than doing your basic I am guarding the wagon, what do you tend to do around camp when you all are camping? What do you assist with? Oh, that makes sense. Viesa.
I am verifying that I have everything completely set.
Okay, well then we will wait. You, mister.
He's sitting there, he's kind of shuffling a coin between his hands. Look, this is just a job. I need some seed capital.
And what is your name?
My name is Brill. I'm not an addict. Wait, wrong meeting? No, okay, wrong meeting.
Do you spice?
I just need some seed capital. Between jobs at the moment.
Look, you can tell us if you spice. We're cool. It's cool.
Perfectly normal.
And what do you like to do while they're camping? What do you help with?
You see, I learned this thing from a guy, and I'm using his mage hand to fire wood. I learned it from a guy. Cool.
Sue.
Hello, my name is Sue, and how do you do?
I have to say, this isn't what I expected to be the player of Sue. Well done.
What does the Dragonborn named Sue do?
Sue is looking for his father so he can beat the shit out of him. And other than that, he's the local priest dealing with anger management issues.
I think I've heard some
That's
of this
relatable.
story before. In poetic form.
All his character's son.
And what about you, good sir?
I am Galbury, and I am currently lamenting with my dolls, my creations, my children themselves. I have is the folly of honesty. It is a beautiful tale of beguilable knight, fool that he is, taking orders from, of all things, a white dragon. Everyone knows they are stupid, they are idiots, they are simple creatures, yet this knight, pure of heart, empty of head. But I have no ending still. I have entertained in the prologue, I have done Acts 1 and 2, but I have no Act 3 yet, and I am sitting on the wagon, lamenting this to them. I can confer with no one else. I have to speak with the children. They are the ones who perform it, and I just have nothing yet.
You looking for a scriptwriter? I know a guy.
Oh, I don't think the puppet's going to introduce himself.
Well, it is a great night, Ornesta. I am a great champion of Tyr, Helm, Tempest, and also Lathander, Saloon, Mask. There's a few others as well. I work for them all. I am a great hero that brings beauty and life to everything.
What about this lovely one? Elmer.
I'm just I'm a furbolg. I'm from the forest. Left the forest. Got into politics. Now I'm back in the forest. Yeah. Cool. Let's not go to the cities.
Do you want to clarify why you left politics and why you can't go to the city?
Furbolgs don't have a word for the word embezzlement. Not a concept. Oops.
You all know that it's a well-meaning furbolg that sometimes does some things.
You made a big kender, that's what you did. You piece of shit.
Alright, let's try Viessa again.
I'm Viessa Fitzmaurice. Perhaps you've heard of our family. And I'm just out to earn a little coin for my husband and my daughter.
For once, not played by me.
Shocking. What a twist.
What do you do to help out around the camp?
I'm an entertainer.
All
I can tell stories, play instruments, all that kind of thing. I'm also handy with thieves' tools.
I make sticks from wood.
Yes, that's generally where sticks come from. Well done.
Yes, we are two alike, as I make these wonderful craftsmanships, practically people in their own right from wood as well. You're doing well with that stick. It's not quite straight, it's a little awkward, it's probably going to break. You're doing very great.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a stick right there.
Gronk is wearing a very nice woolen hat.
He likes nice wool hats.
Oh yes, just to point out, it is Gibral Friturun.
I will never remember that, but thank you.
Now,
You think Gronk is intelligent enough to say all that?
I know you are not.
Now, you all have been hired to ensure the safety of the company. In actuality, you all are effectively running this expedition. However, there is a on-paper leader, and that would be...
Me, because I have former connections with these guys.
No. Nathaniel Whisperwood. He's the one that's going to be setting up shop once you get to Palace Chuck. And he's going to be the one that effectively gives the report back to your boss and informs you all, but informs him how you all did and any bonuses you might be receiving.
Good.
Coming along with Nathaniel is his wife, Marcy Whisperwood, and their 3 children. Token, thank you.
That James and Squidly.
No. Marcus, Desmond, and Grace. Also along on this journey, we have the wonderful Alfred family.
They all die in the first act, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is this like, are we playing Oregon Trail?
Yeah, I thought the
It
kids' names were just
sort of is.
expendable.
You all know these children from when you were living in Drumchapel. But also coming along is the halfling couple, the half-friend couple, Sanders and Amelia.
One of these looks familiar. Actually, both of them do.
Yeah, both of them do. I wonder where those tokens came from. I didn't bring Lou's mom, and I didn't bring Sarah with you. You also have the wonderful Jalnathica Whispervale, a lovely half-elf woman who has certain arts when it comes to working fabrics. She has brought her dog Sinivi, a cute little Pomeranian, who likes to get in all of y'all's way, but as much as you want to do something about it, she's a little bit too adorable to stay too mad for long. You also have the 6 wagon drivers that have accompanied you. Sam Bramhall, Luke Bellwether, John Jackson and Jack Johnson. They're cousins. Bevel Singleton and Peter. Just Peter. Nobody knows where Peter comes from, but he's been there for a good 15 years and he's a dependable sort. He's just Peter. Also, who here wants to claim ownership over the dog? We have a dog up for grabs.
I've knitted it a sweater.
Hey, I know that dog.
The dog is now the half-orcs. He came with the half-orc.
Game designers, assets, man. Call this a sequel? Your publisher Nacon?
What is the dog's name?
Dog.
Dog. Okay, the dog is named Dog. That makes it a heck of a lot easier. Cat, don't you dare break down that door. I can hear you. Sorry about that.
He's gonna break down the door.
Quite possibly. Anyways, you all have been traveling at this point for about 10 days. If things go well, you might have a 10-day or 2 more. If things go poorly, you're talking about 4, maybe even 5-10 days. You are certainly hoping that things go exactly as planned. You have, however, made good time today, and you think that you're going to be reaching the city or the village of Bellinau, hopefully within the next 3 or 4 hours, well before what you expected. However, as you're going down with your lovely wagons, roll me some perception checks for whoever would be noting perception.
Man, those are some silly wagons.
Each horse is a wagon.
I like trees.
We have a very perceptive lot. Needless to say, everybody who's rolled notices as you are going down this way, an ambush has been set up. You can clearly see that up through the trees there are glimpses of individuals hiding up in the branches, some in the bushes down below, and you think that there is going to be a pickle.
An actual pickle?
They might have pickles.
Mm.
Bronk hungry.
But Nathaniel does look over to you, or Nathaniel, sorry, does look over to you all. Something the matter?
Maybe. Some guys over there.
Oh. Do they look friendly?
They hide
No.
in trees and bushes, probably not.
Oh, right. What do you propose we do then?
All around?
Does anyone have fireball?
When you say go around, he looks over at you. Do you propose that we take the horses through the woods, good sir?
Okay, we go through them. What do you want
What
from
if
me?
we-
You flick at his coin.
What if we counter ambush them? We'll lay our own ambush, yeah?
Well, we know where they are, know where they're coming from. That's not much of an ambush anymore. We can just engage them head on.
Well, some of us can maybe sneak around like the outside and flank them. The horses can't, but we can.
Fox crossbow, of course.
I'll go
Yes.
that way.
With the technically, you all let me move you all back. The horses aren't technically there yet. This is the battle map. You all are, back further this way.
Hmm.
I'll go this way.
You go that way. I'll go home.
Do you want me to hold up the horses and make sure you all go up in front?
Yeah, don't want the horses getting hurt.
All right.
Oh my god, he's killing them all.
No.
No.
I'm just showing what the train is. Yeah, so you all are still technically behind this point. You're discussing this matter. You all actually do see with the roll. Who all do you see? Move them around so that you can see the ones that you can. And you're going to see more reused tokens, guys.
Oh, it's him.
guy.
I know that guy.
Always that guy with the headband.
It's so cool.
It's so bad, and I can't believe that's the default.
That's
Looks
what makes it so.
photoshopped.
Yeah, it looks like someone just doodled it on. It's just so perfect.
I have to zoom in on it.
That's leaving
These
for
are
last.
the ones that you can see. You don't know if there's any more.
That's a lot.
The woods be full of stunties. What are stunties doing in trees?
It's a little more than 1 for 1.
There are varying amount of races. You have any? Most of them are humans, but I mean, you have a couple of halflings, a couple of dwarfs, an elf, maybe.
I mean, luckily we can spot the ambush because this man's clothing is very loud.
He really is letting down the group, isn't he?
It's just so good.
It just looks like it's photoshopped over there.
Yeah, it's my favorite token.
Full size images in tabletop if you want to take a look.
Yep. It's super loud. But, anyways, you all are there. The wagons are holding up behind you. And of course, everybody who is a non combatant is either in the wagon or holding onto the reins. How are you going to approach this group of bandits?
I want to try sneaking.
Okay,
Yeah, sneaking is an option. I'll go
give me
along
your
with that.
stealth.
I'll go first. I'm not wearing heavy armor.
Why?
That's one thing. Let's put leather in.
Oh,
I don't-
okay.
I don't have.
Oh yeah, I was about to question why do you have 18 AC?
Yeah, no. Put in the wrong armor. There we
I
go.
don't have proficiency in stealth. What the hell? I'm a rogue.
If you didn't pick it.
I don't think it was one of my options.
Yeah, it was. I guarantee you.
There we go.
Yep.
Grunk, sneaky.
See, it doesn't matter.
So you all
Hang
are
on. I need to roll my alternative sneak check.
you all are sneaking up the ways. What do you plan on doing for your plan of attack? Please do arrange your tokens.
I'm gonna head probably this way.
I'm going to be a distraction and move this way.
You can delete that puppet token. It doesn't work. Let's see. This one does.
Oh, that one's not working.
And in preparation, get this ready.
Yeah, decisions. Always. Is this one for Ernesta? Is would be a little side story, something for his good lady to do, Quinara perhaps, or could this be for Ruddy Vast? This could be a lead up to one of the. He's just mingling with his puppets right now, trying to decide which one to use.
I'm gonna go for the guy who's over there further back.
Ah, yes, distance is certainly an issue here. Ah, yes, okay, this one is for Quinara. So he sets aside the little clinking knight and instead a slightly armored archer, but with an immensely long ponytail that has several strings attached to move at as well. And a big bow. Oversized, but childish looking. You wish me to, Is anyone else going to start the show?
As
I can-
Grunk starts walking down the road, eventually, the bloke nearest by calls out, "Oi, halt! State your business."
Okay, Gronk is going to yell back. Let's see. Where is it? There. You don't see me.
He
Oh,
gives you a
personally.
look. He is very unnerved. There's a giant half-orc yelling, "You don't see me," at him, and he has to wonder if you're deranged. To which point he calls out, "Look, we see your wagons. What is your purpose? We are just the friendly guards of the village."
What's been going on if this is what the guards are doing?
There's been a lot of bandits in the area.
What do they look like?
Oh, well, bandits? So what do bandits look like? They look like bandits. All you got
Do
to do
they
is
wear
bring your...
red headbands with black stripes on them?
I don't know. I'm not a bandit dressier. Look, just bring your wagons up. Let us look through them to make sure that you're not hiding the bandits in the back, and then off you go.
We hide no bandits. We go on.
There's a rumble of thunder nearby Gronk and the bandit to add tension to the scene.
Oh, good touch, good touch.
It's obviously an ominous meeting.
Yeah, and I may or may not be aiming one of these assholes.
The bandits that are around look mildly unnerved at the situation. This is not what they were expecting when they decided to, do bandit things. And finally, another one of the bandits, this one here, actually walks out from the tree and then just calls out, "Look, this isn't funny. Come on down, bring your cart, we'll check y'all out. And as long as you don't do anything you aren't supposed to do, you're gonna go straight on through to the village. Right?"
I feel like you spoiled the twist of this by calling them bandits.
Yeah. I thought they were guards.
These
No,
could be
here's the
legitimate
thing.
workmen.
No, here's the thing. Y'all have been doing this long enough. You know what bandits look like. There is no way that the guards look like this.
That's true. We do racially profile quite accurately. These men come from homes with no stable income, inferior beings.
It's more, you don't know. First off, what village, small, tiny village, has a guard force this big?
Orside.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny is the key phrase there. Chances are the village composes of maybe this amount of people plus a few. This is clearly not the guards. I assume y'all are not stupid, other than our lovely friend.
I don't know. He hasn't made a persuasion check yet.
Kunara's gonna sneak ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit closer, I think.
If you want, you can, of course, make an insight.
This could end as badly as we think it will.
You've got wisdom. You just don't have the skill.
Gronk? He seems legit. Maybe these are just very irregular guards.
I don't like the shift of expression on Gronk's face. Usually he does not have one. Let us simply kick things off, yes?
Okay, I'll run in right now.
As I fire at this guy.
I will also run in. I
This
guess.
is
15?
obviously a surprise attack because we've distracted them. Well, I have distracted
Well, yeah,
them.
it rolled with
well.
advantage.
Yeah.
There's a 15 hit, though.
15 hits.
And from this toy bow, he gets smacked with 13 damage there. As the arrow just twangs off for a second, then screams through the air and bursts into flame on impact.
Oh.
Yeah. He dies in surprise and falls from the tree. And of course, that gets everybody's attention.
Sure hope they weren't guards.
Oh, I probably will not
Just say the
start
puppet
with.
did it.
I probably will not start with that. That was too strong a blow, really. She is very competent in the story, of course, but this does feel a little off tone to immediately put down one's opponent without trial, tribulation, or, of course, equip.
Well, you have a couple more chances.
Oh. Let me fix that so that's not going immediately to GM. There we go.
To note is, the puppet revealed itself, but Gialbri has not.
Let me have this guy. Oops.
Really jealous of me because I don't break part of his shit up. Alright, redeal cards. Pan, why's your character slot?
Do I have everybody?
Maybe.
Am I on the tracker? Speak up now.
Wrong. There we go. I was supposed to have, like, we're missing a Sue. And do we have a PO? Yep, okay. We are good now. I will just send it. Brill, you might not be quiet, but you are fast.
I'm not gonna move.
Mhm.
I'm going to steady. Stay in there.
Question mark? What is going on here?
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, ignore the plus.
Yeah, you put the sneak attack on the roll to hit instead of a damage.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was checked.
You hit.
Okay. Damage. Nice.
Yeah, you do successfully also blink this one out of existence.
And my speed is 0. So I'm just gonna yell. You know, we don't have to do this.
Elmer, you think
But at
this
least put
might
some gusto in it if we are. Scream a bit, yell something memorable.
Elmer, you think that we don't have to do this? Ship has sailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. We move. Yeah, I'll just go sit up next to this guy, and must use rocks. This guy in the back right here.
Okay. A 12 does not hit. Wait, no, a 12 does hit. My B.
Yes. This rocks.
Oh no. You're starting to wonder, guys, if he was hit with embezzlement or horrible puns.
I don't think he's all there.
That's not an impeachable offense. Not that I was
He
impeached.
might be. Our work friend might be smarter. I haven't decided which yet.
Anything else you want to do, Elmer?
I know. I just take one step back, and that's it.
It is the bandits' turn. They are not happy. 2 of their friends just dropped dead. These two drop down from the tree. And one proceeds to try to. I know that a 10 does not hit. Does a 17 hit Gronk?
17 does not hit Gronk.
Then Gronk is safe for the moment.
Go see Gronk.
However, our lovely, lovely rogue friend.
So I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge. 5 damage. God, I have him. My reaction should have been.
Yeah, are you starting to start off on the bad
Okay,
foot?
game. Yeah.
Elmer, you notice that apparently you didn't spot all of them. As another bandit comes into view. Let me get back on the correct. So there we go. And you find 1, 2, 3. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Mm,
Hey,
Ouch.
guys, this is fine.
not that. I don't need to move the turn order. I need to move this guy. And a bunch of them start kind of lining up in the back. Dear friend, you have noticed you have killed a bandit, or your puppet has.
You've forgotten how to pronounce the name already.
Gialbri?
Yalri, yes.
There you go. See, I can pronounce it.
Ah, well, we should continue with this. Let us provide assistance. Ah, yes. She would be providing covering fire, of course, for the Ornesta, who is a great knight, but sometimes clumsy. So, I'll target this one first. 17 to hit.
Oh, definitely.
Once again.
And he is put down.
And then she fires again to the one slightly to the left.
Mm-hmm.
12 misses, though, I feel.
A 12 might actually be exactly what you needed. Bloop.
Wonderful, darling. You're my daughter. You're doing so well. Congratulations. Well done, yes. The crowd, they are cheering right now. Can you hear them? I sneak back further into the bush.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
2 men have fucking died. Well, 3 men have died from a puppet twanging them with her bow.
I feel like that would be demoralizing a little bit.
She's a tiny construct, as we found out, so she's like, a couple of inches tall, maybe a foot.
Burning toothpick.
What class are you?
He's the puppeteer.
From Broncolonia.
Yeah, what class?
That's what it's called, puppeteer.
That's what it is. It's a new
It's
class.
a new class. Not even, I thought it was a
Okay.
subclass.
I will go for this one here.
Yeah, Alex might have the multi-class.
Which one? Because I didn't see a ping.
This one right down here.
Okay, that one. Okay.
With a flick of a wrist. Does a 23 hit?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
8 necrotic.
Well, it's not
And then
the demoralizing part. Quinara has a very sort of cartoonishly pouting expression. So it's not even like she's angry or anything, or she's focused. No, you're getting done by someone who was told they're grounded for a week.
Yeah, the bandit's not feeling great. He just saw 2 of his friends get shot. 2 of them got shot out of a tree. 2 are dead in the road. And then this lady just pops out of nowhere, and now he just feels horrible.
Oh no, there's more than that. There's a visible effect, maybe. Depending on how you flavor it. The
no.
base effect is that a ghostly hand is clinging to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not having his day right now.
Oh, you know ghostly hands too? I like this guy.
Well, that's the base effect of chill touch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
bandit
ghostly
captain.
hand comes out and strangles them.
Goes to the hand, isn't that cool?
Let's see if he hits our friend.
Two out of three.
He's doing pretty good today.
Look at these rolls, man.
Gronk. He hit you. That hurt.
Yep. Gronk is going to yell, "You know, guard."
Let's see both of those actually hit.
Feeling this man is not long for this work. That would almost put me down.
No, he's still okay.
Uh,
And he just says, I do, and you're gonna go see them all.
Okay. Action surge. Let's do it again.
Hit. Okay, now he's looking a little bit not so good. But he still has the bravado to say, is that all?
as he coughs up blood.
I don't think I can use a bonus attack with a two-hander. Never mind.
That's why I love D&D. You hit a normal human with a battle axe 4 times. I'm just trying to picture what shape this man is in.
Well, the idea is basically, it's not necessarily that everything hits,
I know.
but
It's just,
yeah, he's, at this point, yeah, he is bloodied and not looking too good. Meanwhile, yet again, somebody else you hadn't seen was up in the trees.
hey, look, it's Rogue.
Rogue?
No.
No, that's not Rogue. Rogue is a drow. Weirdly enough.
Somebody doesn't. Oh, man.
And is that far enough away? What's the distance here? Hold on.
Second drawing PO.
What's the range on this? 90.
That's
Yes,
pretty
we're good.
Second
It
round.
is. I was surprised it came up.
Oh, that went straight to GM. What are our HP values here? Let me look at y'all for a second. Wait. I cannot click on the right button.
Oops, wrong button.
Okay, so. Right. Our lovely, lovely rogue friend. You're taking a nap.
What?
As the bard up top here decides to cast sleep. She went to GM for some reason. I will fix her in the moment.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get it. It's, say it happened. I accidentally rolled the GM. I'm not going to show you the number.
I rolled a GM 3 times. Sue, and actually the only reason you are is because you were damaged. You rolled a 37.
Fuck off. So I hadn't taken that crit.
Oh well, Sue is going to run up to the bandit leader and say, "Yes, we do have more."
Wait, why does Webgun get to play 2 characters?
But he fumbles his first one.
Yep, that didn't work. Let's try that again.
16.
That works. And yep, he is still standing. He's not looking great. He looks like a feather could push him over at this stage of the game, but he is still standing.
Okay, well, we'll do something about that, and we're going to action surge as well. Might as well. We want this guy down and scare the rest of them. 14, I don't think hits.
14 does not hit.
27 on the
hits.
other hand.
That
That's a
hits.
That's a 19. Is there
Are
something
you
about?
champion or not?
Don't think so.
Then no.
Oh no, I am a champion. It says
Oh,
champion.
then you do.
So that's a crit, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You go change the crit range. and
This
the
is
weapon.
going to be the most overkill hit in all history.
That's if I can figure out how to do the crit on it.
You go to the attack, and then where it says crit range or crit, I think.
It says
Yeah,
crit
crit
range
range,
and
you
set it
put-
to 19 instead of 20.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Now you'll never roll a 19 again. I hope you know that.
Didn't do the crit on it. I doubled one anyway, which I can re-roll if I remember rightly.
Oh wow. You have some horrible luck over here. I would like to point out it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
How do you want to obliterate this poor fellow?
Decapitation, I think, will be a good start.
You make a big swing, the head comes clean off, starts rolling on down near its friends. His friends are not happy.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
This bloke up here, let me make sure he's not on the bloody GM only roll. Query, good, that's what I wanted.
Very lost.
Yeah, query response. This one does stay up in his tree, unsurprisingly, and decides to aim at the fellow that just decapitated his friend. Did 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 hits.
Okay. And there we go. Grill.
Sleep work.
You're
Yeah, there's no save.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sleep.
Somebody has to wake you up. Elmer.
I will point out what is your dex? I assume it's probably higher than mine, but
Oh, my dex?
yeah.
3.
Oh damn. If mine was higher, I was what to do? Can I even get there? Can I throw a rock at it? Would that do too much damage?
It wouldn't do too much, I don't think.
That should
hit-
wake somebody up though, getting a rock thrown at him.
I can pick the full up. Do not worry. Do not worry. Go on. Go further, small furry man.
Well,
It's strange. He stands tall like a giant, but his presence in the room is so small.
I could be 3 feet shorter potentially. Let's just get in there. Yeah, I can run all the way up here. And on the way, I'm gonna use Horizon Warrior effect on the bandit right in front of me. And then
I
I'm
will
gonna
point
whack.
out they are in the tree, but you can reach them.
Okay. I will go ahead and give him 2 whacks then with stick. Ooh. Ooh, is that D8 double 2 on the crit? Nice.
So roll. I assume with the first one you're going for the bandit in front of you.
Yes. Which would
Oh, yeah,
be
he is dead as a
bad.
doornail.
Good. He's been obliterated. And the other guy then, it's the 11 for 6.
Okay. He seems far less concerned.
I'm gonna push you out of the tree, man. I'm gonna do it.
Very droll. And now we have. Hello. Are you ready, Elmer?
42 HP in a dream.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
That's one hit.
Now are you ready for 1, 2? And then the one who has the one that's on the bottom left decides to try to shoot the puppet and horribly misses the puppet. You know, well, what you gonna do about it? Galbraith. The guy here just tried to shoot your beloved puppet.
Indeed,
Your
but
friend
she's
also fell over.
indeed exactly. There's many options here, so I do have to wake him up. So I will use my action to rouse the fool. Just gently jostle his shoulders with my foot for a while.
It doesn't count.
It is not yet curtain call, you fool! Upwards, upwards, out with knife!
It doesn't count as cheating if he's in a different town. Where the hell am I? What?
I don't care about your improv. There is still a conflict going. And then with the bonus action, I have to just... Let's see, I'll move her into cover. She's a tiny construct. I assume she can hide at the trunk of a tree.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Elmer's in trouble.
Nah,
He
not
is.
really.
Well, I guess I move a little bit further out this time. Phew. And does that put me? It does. Perfect.
Do it. I think the button I think you're pushing.
I really don't think you know the button I'm pushing.
Oh.
It's a fun button. It's a button I like.
Oh, okay.
Do you
okay.
see that square?
Okay, it's a square. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't have fireball.
She's a
I just
bird.
have this.
Oh, I thought she was.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a good spell. Well
It's a
done.
fun spell.
Yeah.
Hey, bouquets of flowers appear. A dexterity savings throw, or they're all blinded.
Yeah, I looked up that spell.
Spell save of DC 15.
Boo.
Wow.
So I'll say that the one that you've already clamped on the head, he fails. The other ones are just looking around like, what?
Okay.
Yeah,
They
flowers.
wasted those 20s on something insignificant, right? That's not getting them back,
Yep.
right?
Yep, that's my turn.
He's
Look at
dead.
this, man.
I should just remove
Oh,
him from
that's
the tracker. Gronk.
Yeah.
Senor Gronk.
Opponent's a piece of crust.
Your
or an apple
opponents are
pie.
dead.
Yep. Let's see if we can make another one dead.
Probably. These words wet your whistles.
Yeah.
Your dad is not making it dead. Dad is making it dead. Hopefully.
I can re-roll that.
Okay. He is dead.
Yes. Feel the power of my axe.
Thanks for the help.
The bard is very quickly looking through what she's got. Is very, very concerned. What's the range for this? Pops down from the tree. 1, 2. Trying to use a little bit of cover here. And at the half orc. Achoo! I don't think a 14 hits.
Nope.
2.
Oh, thankfully she didn't shoot me.
She can't see you from behind the tree.
Yeah. 14 would have hit me exactly.
Yeah, she would have a disadvantage. You're still on the ground.
Yeah.
Sue moves to there and uses the breath weapon. So I think it's a DC of 11, I think.
Okay, does that hit just the knight or?
Nah, it's
Well,
a higher
I'm
DC
aiming-
than that, man.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You're starting out with
8
11 plus your
constitution
con.
minor plus your proficiency.
Ah, it's got the proficiency in there, yeah.
I mean, they still take half damage.
Yeah. So what is the damage?
What is it, 2d6?
Yes.
It's
3d6.
through 6th level, right?
Yeah,
So it's
3d6.
one more. Nice.
So that would be
12.
a 12. Half that, so 6.
Okay. He is not looking that great, but he's still okay. You have a feeling that this might actually be the brains of the whole operation. He drops from his branch, and Elmer, you're the one right in front of him. You have his attention. He drops the crossbow.
Ow.
I was about to say that probably hurts.
Yeah. Not dead though.
No, you're alive.
I'm not dead yet.
Nope.
It's only a
Mark
flesh
that.
wound.
Bro.
So getting up costs half my movement.
Yeah.
How it works. Can I see this?
Yes. A 19 hits.
So he can enjoy his 22 damage.
I'm sure he's enjoying his 22 damage. I forget, do you have more?
What?
Do you have more attacks?
No, I don't have an extra.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, I just.
Because you're a rogue at 6. Okay.
He's not.
but,
He's not a busted weird thing like Asterion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, no,
sure.
Astarion doesn't either. Astarion only has
I'll-
bonus attacks.
Go on, I'll double check.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I don't think. Elmer, that hurt. But the other guy is also hurting.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you, guy. I'm hitting twice with a stick. Pop, pop. Maybe once with a stick.
You hit once with a stick. He turns and he just looks at you. And he says, really?
Yeah, I'm out of here. 5, 30. Hello, tiny doll. Please help.
Little flexing of the fingers from Jibral, and she salutes.
Oh, thank God.
However,
I actually do that movement though, so I'm gonna go behind it.
You are a furbolg, and she is a foot taller less. This is not at all surprising for a character dynamics, but I feel this is the worst example you've done.
this guy here, he just starts running backwards. He's done with life. You scared the pants off of him. First, a hand comes out. Now he was blinded. He's done. You don't think he wants to band it anymore with his existence. The two on either side, though, are not much chuffed about the scenario. 1, 2.
I mean, Pan, you could always have said you used half your movement to go Or you just use 5 feet of movement to go prone.
It would
Well,
still
so
wouldn't help.
somebody get disadvantage on their shots.
Gronk,
I still have a tree in the way.
Sue. I think Sue gets hit. But look at that piddly little crit.
I mean, it's still 9 damage.
Yeah.
Some characters can't shrug that off.
And well, Gronk, you're also going to possibly get, I assume, a 20 hits.
Yep.
Okay. Galbraith.
You know,
One
it's
is
fun.
fleeing.
Yeah, it's funny they don't actually mention how you deploy your puppets. I mean, obviously you carry them on your tiny constructs, but I can't just throw one and then start puppeting it. It's quite
Probably
odd.
have cases, I would assume.
Doll toy, I choose you.
Yeah.
When do you get the ability to start puppeting enemy NPCs?
No. That would be the
Take one
dark side of
advantage,
puppetry.
Slap the other one. No, just slapstick. It's not evil.
That's called necromancy.
No, he's not dead.
But why not? This Quinara, you do such beautiful work, but I think for now it's time to change the act up to introduce new cast members. So I believe it's time for a follow example of Sue. Yes, Ruddy Vast, out you come, as he extracts from his pack a rickety but lovingly crafted dragon, white, but it also has a big pull string on it. Let's see here. I'll go with this for the dragon symbol. There we go. And he yanks the cord. And it might be a white dragon, but, you know, here's the thing. Ice and chills aren't visually cool. So it's filled with fire. For these two in the cone.
So the 2 in the cone. Okay, so dex save. You have successfully done a double donk.
Oh,
Hang on, though. Hang on. I'm just gonna check something, because, you know, wording is important in these here. I've got to check the text on it. Let's see. It's... okay. Yeah, alright, keep going. No, because my bonus damage, it does say hits with an attack. It's not just saying when you do damage, you do an extra. There you go. On you go.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Hang on, though. There's, I've just got to check something again. Let's see. Okay, so it's just... Never mind. It's just the attack action. Yeah, okay. It's separate.
I should have drawn the square. Because I can move the square. But I think it was... right about there, like that? Or one up?
It was. Let's just. Well, it was 1 up.
Yeah, like that?
Yeah.
I can move it 10 feet. And we get to roll on the table again.
Whoa, let's go.
I love this spell. 4.
Ooh,
That's
what's a
good, right?
4?
Drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of my next turn.
Good spell.
I love how some of them aren't saves.
This guy is now so very confused as he's just. First there was suddenly petals, now there's molasses everywhere.
And you're doing this with pie crust.
Yes,
Yeah, I love it.
it's why it's such a good spell.
Yeah.
We didn't even get the best feature yet.
Oh no.
So we'll hop out and go for this one with a ghostly touch. And that is with here 14.
And which one was it?
This one.
He is quite deceased.
Okay. Good roll, too.
Yeah, that would have downed him just on his own.
I'm back into cover. That's my turn.
Gronk. A spectral hand just reached out and touched a guy, and he fell over dead.
This is fine. These things happen. This guy in front of me. And that should be a crit. I have a feeling he's dead.
The guy. Hold on, I was just pulling up something else. Is it the guy that's in front of you?
Yeah, the one next to me. Yep.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Crit or no crit, he's dead as a door now.
Yep. So going to advance forward and apply the axe again.
That
And be
misses.
sad. Okay.
The bard.
I'm surprised she hasn't started running yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she thinks she can make a difference because she's seen what these puppets can do. And I think she's about to make a grievous error that will end her life quite quickly. Oh, wow.
Oh my god! It's it's
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That is
You have to remember who's rolling Shatter. This is really what we're talking about.
I don't take the 3 damage. I merely take 1. But then I take it from the others as well, so it's a case. Well, no, they do get to make the saving throws. They also don't take that, and I'll close my sheet because it's just a case of. Okay, so I take 3 damage.
Are you taking
Oh, wow.
damage in lieu of the puppets taking damage? Is that
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically the puppets and also Pan.
Oh, so it's a.
Elmer.
Well, actually, hang on. I take 1 less damage here because currently Quinara is idle, so she uses her own HP. Which would have been terrible. I could have lost her very easily there.
no.
Particularly as Shatter.
Well, it doesn't matter because they're tiny constructs or not objects.
Yeah. But
I could have gone down, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, you take 3 damage. Okay, that was impressive. So there was a very loud kaboom by the puppeteer, and he's just looking very annoyed.
Dusting off Relief Ass right now to make sure his wings are arranged correctly, not tangled in the strings.
I think I'm going to go and say hello to the bard this time. I think the orcs got the other one under control. The bard hasn't had a slapping yet.
Oh yeah, she's starting to look like she has regretted her life choices.
I'm going to make sure of that. Probably not with that one though.
You did not hit.
Oh no, they are considered an object. But it didn't matter.
I whiffed both of them. Oh well.
Yeah, it doesn't mention that you can like just pocket them or how you carry them around or deploy them, which is a bit weird.
It is. Gronk. There is a very, very annoyed fellow standing in front of you.
I guess if it count as objects, then I can use my object
Okay.
interaction for them.
18 hits for 8 damage.
Yep.
He looks very annoyed that he has whiffed it. Brill.
I can get there. Hooray! I have a feeling I know she's the one.
Harley?
I get it. Oh no.
Rapier.
Suck it.
Ow. You're not a gentleman. Haven't you ever heard don't stab a lady in the back?
Look, if you wanted to sleep with me, that's not the way to go about it.
If I've given her 2 bottles of wine, she's getting it in the back. Those are expensive.
Elmer.
And you ruined my new shirt as he gestures to the cut on his arm.
Elmer, somebody just tried to explode you very loudly.
More
They
importantly, I need to heal myself.
didn't.
So I'm just gonna put it here on this diagonal. Of course, it's just a little fairy that heals. And I'm gonna walk through it. Just come over here. Toward D6 healing. Oh no.
Well done.
I knew I should have taken Cure Wounds. Oh well. I have a stick.
I have a stick.
You hit with stick. Twice. Yep. Ow!
Hang on, though. You're doing this with Shillelagh, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Yeah. Saying that.
Let's see. Is the difference going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still up here. You're
That's
fine.
just what he called the shillelagh. Oh, you should have stick and big stick.
It's not. Once I cast it, it doesn't count as casting it again, does it?
Nah, that's fine.
No.
Okay.
Not until you drop your stick.
Right. Which I haven't gone down yet, which that should be. I can replace the stick, but it would be a spell.
Of course you fall for Shillelagh.
It's a good spell.
Shalala.
It's terrible. It's a fine spell for a warlock. It's the worst option for a druid.
But it's fun.
Not really.
I think it depends on the type of druid.
No, because druid will never get an extra attack. It's like, and it doesn't scale up. It's more fun to use form with because you're lugging people around and it gets to scale up.
For Spore Druid, because they get a bonus when they hit with melee.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
What makes
pretty
it-
much.
What makes it so good for a warlock?
Because a warlock can get extra attack.
Mhm.
Impact of the tome, because that's what you have to be to get it, right?
For Warlock, it's
I
okay.
don't.
Because to get extra attack, you have to go down. Oh no, you can go Pact of the Blade. You don't have to go Hexblade for it.
Yeah, but in order to get it as a cantrip.
Then you just use Magic Initiate.
Magic Initiate, okay, yeah.
But it's still
There's
not a
a
great
fighting style
option.
that
It's
gives
still better just to use your charisma.
Yeah.
But, Han, did we decide, was there extra damage on that?
No, it's
that's
just
it.
a straight roll.
Okay.
It just basically makes the stick a better stick.
Bandits. This one.
Mark for healing.
He has.
20 foot of movement left.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can only reach you, Pan. And he's not dumb. But he misses, so it's K. Wait, no, he has advantage. Bard.
Oh. Yes! My healing spirit saved my life! He malgurned me!
Doesn't he have a knife?
No.
Does he have a
does not.
second knife?
It was second night.
Is there
I have-
only bandit left?
I have
Wait, no.
two
okay.
knives. I just can't use them both at the same time.
Isn't his second knife on fire? Shut up.
Oh, what are you doing?
So that's him done, right?
Yeah,
Yep, just hits the
Bree.
once. Why no, he has another scimitar.
Don't think that hits Gialbri.
Nope.
And it's your turn. Somebody tried to flank you with an arrow after somebody tried to explode your puppets. Your darling puppets.
Indeed, I pick up Quinera very gently, stick her in the backpack. You've done so well, darling. Take a rest. You, on the other hand, you cad, taking advantage of this dramatic situation. I should be finishing you. You should be my but you're occupied right now. That would not be dishonorable. You, on the other hand, will hopefully learn to fear that which flaps in the night, that which descends upon you and hoards your gold. I send over Ruddy Vast flapping at him. It flies.
He doesn't know what to do. Like, first off, there was all that rambling, but then there's this puppet thing flying at him.
And does the 13 hit?
The 13 hits.
As it tears his face away. For 13
and he
damage.
Dies.
It's a toy.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. The other bandit successfully ran the hell away by now.
If you told me you're a puppeteer, I don't think that I know.
And the best part is, think of what it sounds like as it flaps. It's made of wood.
So it sounds like a bunch of wooden clogs.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I believe that's it. It'll perch atop him and give a roar. Because Jelry can speak through his puppets, so he can give them voices.
I half want to go and, you know... I half want to go and get everyone, but I shouldn't.
I mean, funnily enough, he has the skill of ventriloquism. It's canon.
Hey, we did. We got one.
One. What is one?
That is... Ooh, that's the fun one. The smell of apple pie fills the air, and each creature in the cube must succeed a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by me until the start of their next turn. He fails.
Oh, he fails?
It's a 15.
Hi. Hi.
I'm so happy.
Hi.
I don't know which one's better, that
Gronk.
Nope.
incapacitating laughter.
That just happens because as long as I keep the spell going, I still have my action.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So, with one target left.
Oh, there's two.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
so
there?
happy.
He's friendly.
Oh, yeah, but I think Gronk has him. So, for the Bard, 21. 9 necrotic.
21 hits, and yep, she is now dead as a doornail. The hand comes out, and she lets out a cry, and she drops dead. You don't know if it's by heart attack or by what, but she is deceased. Yep, you killed a beautiful lady. How do you feel?
I didn't kill her.
You just stabbed her in the back.
Yeah, look, when I said sleep with me, that's not what I meant.
Gronk. You're hearing some interesting things behind you.
Does not matter. There's something in front of me.
There's something in front of him.
You hit. 9. He looks very annoyed.
Yeah.
Gronk is probably very annoyed that he's still alive.
He looks very close to death, but he is very annoyed. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Sue. Bard dead.
But did I'm in that case, I need to go and do something. Must look good for the part. I'm just going to move over and take care of this bandit, I believe, that's next to over
He
here.
is charmed right now.
He's charmed. Okay, in that case, we'll go after the boss guy.
Yeah, with a nice hat.
Hello again.
Oh, not you again.
Why, yes. Shall we test again?
Please, let's do. I can dance
Whoa.
better.
Oh!
Use. Roll the damage. I don't
What
think
a
it's possible.
waste. What
Yeah.
a waste.
Technically, I'm re-rolling one of those.
Make
That
sure it's
one
good
can
day.
change.
I'd like to point out that he turns when you show up. He says, "Why, yes, he makes a comment about how he can let's dance because he can dance better, and you lop his head off.
Anything you can do, I can do.
Yep. I can dance better. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. I don't think anybody else is around. Or if they
Yeah,
are, they're
well.
hiding fairly well.
Yeah, the only one that's left is the
this
charmed
guy.
fellow down there. Brill, there's one charmed fellow. Talking about apple pie. He seems to have not noticed that his friends are all dead.
Kind of walks over. Can I go in the cube? Is that dangerous?
Might want to ask her. Yes, sir. You answer.
I'm just gonna stay out the cube, and he's charmed. I'm kind of looking at him. My rapier. I just like, do I just do I do it?
Does he do it, everybody?
You know what? He's charmed. And generous.
Maybe we want to ask him questions about where the maid bed campers.
Okay. Yeah, he's charmed. Yeah, can I do that?
I mean, theoretically.
Where are your friends live, buddy?
We don't. We just have a couple horses up down that way with the cart.
Yeah, they have a cart too. Which way is the cart?
He just kind of gives a little bit of a point in that odd direction.
Thank you.
No problem. Where's the pie?
I don't know if he goes to sleep.
Yeah, that 15. Yeah, he's asleep now.
Okay, he goes to sleep. That's how I deal with that because I'm not gonna stab a charmed man. It's not like.
You all are now out of initiative, and you have a bandit.
Well, it only lasts for another few seconds.
Yeah, but he's unconscious.
I'm not gonna stab a charmed man.
Okay, that's used up.
Well, I could have used some of that.
I'll get you next time. Rain check, yeah?
Being ready, Vast back.
The only thing of note is that the bard did have on her a rather well-kept violin. It's not magical, but it's a nice violin.
Oh, I think I will take that.
You also now have a prisoner. And Nathaniel does eventually bring the wagons up and just says, what do you plan on doing with that?
Oh, we're gonna go steal their stuff, I think, from their cart.
They're not gonna need it anymore because he looks motions around.
Is there anything important in their car?
Maybe some people's like, we're going to the city, right? Maybe somebody's stolen stuff. We could return it because we're great
Yeah.
people. Good PR move. Good PR move. Yeah, yeah.
Good point.
If you insist, but do make it quick. I want to make sure we get to Bella now before night falls. Maybe
Yeah,
even get
take a
enough
minute.
time to do some light trading or something. All right, go take a look. And yeah, it doesn't take long. You find that there is literally 2 horses, and they are old horses, and a wagon. Mostly all you find is things like clothing, a couple of food items. You don't think they were very successful.
Oh, for being bandits, they really suck at this.
Well, also, this area is not necessarily the most traveled. If they were really big time, they'd be heading upwards. But
I
you do
suppose
find
they'd have a map of the area that might be useful.
no, not one that they don't have one at all. But you also have a very good one of your own anyway. You were sent with a very good one, and Nathaniel keeps it on him, his person at all times. But you do find a grand total of 21 gold in the cart.
Rich. Not really.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
all will
of
get
rounds
far
on
more
him.
than that. But so, do you plan on carting the clothing back, or?
If we can, why not?
And are you going to leave the horses or take the horses?
Little horses.
I could
The
ask
old
him.
horses.
Let's just take the whole cart.
Horses. I don't know. I'll leave it up to nature boy over here.
I can talk to animals.
Yeah, I can too after I smoke the pipe for a little bit. It's pretty great.
Let's just bring them along to the city.
And Nathaniel will point out, we don't need the cart. If you
Well, yeah,
wish to
right.
bring the horses, but don't bring the cart. We have enough trouble as it is.
Now we could probably just haul this. He's got a point. No point's being made today.
3 horses.
Yes, we can keep the horses,
No, there's
but
no such thing as a free horse.
I don't want the cart.
Didn't lose a lot of blood for these horses.
Well, I think that was their own fault now, wasn't it? Now, let us be off. My children are already very upset over all of that nonsense. So, let's try to get
Maybe one of
clear.
his kids wants a horse.
And for God's sake, make sure you clean off your weapons before you talk to my little ones. They don't need to see all of that.
Boom.
Rowdy walking back, of course, makes a great act of trying to wipe Ruddy Vast's face, but the dragon does not want it. Keeps shifting its head around like a cat.
Guys, say here comes the flying carpet.
Look, it's a maiden who has been untouched by all others. There you go. I got you now.
And yes, it doesn't actually take as long as you'd think. It only takes you about 4 hours, and you manage to get to the village of Bellinau. It is exactly as it was described to you. Very, very tiny. Only about 7 buildings in the whole town, one of them being a church. And you can tell they don't get a lot of visitors because the second you all start rolling up, everybody's out of their houses and coming to take a look. We traders? We only usually get traders about twice a year. What are you all doing here?
Bidding.
What? Did I hear
This is
knitting?
why you should let the other people
What my
talk.
friend means is, well, we were on the road. Met some people, but that's not important. The important bit is we think they have some of your stuff. Here to bring it back.
We haven't
Step
lost
right up,
anything.
step right up. Here's your chance for brand new loose clothes.
We have not lost anything.
Okay. I know, I guess.
Oh,
Wow.
you all probably ran into those bandits that have been about in the woods.
yeah. You're running into them anymore. No.
Oh, well, that's good at least. I mean, they weren't that bright in the first place. We don't really get much travel this way.
So this isn't yours, is it?
No,
Oh.
no. We are quite fine here, thank you.
You want some horses?
Not at the moment. We're actually pretty good.
Now he's just going through the little stuff he has.
But what are you must have come here to do some trading, yes? What are you all here for?
Want to buy these shoes?
No,
I found a really cool rock out there.
well, if you
What
all
about
wish
this
to
coat?
trade, why
He's
don't you
going
show
through
us
the-
your wares? And Nathaniel speaks up eventually and just says, no. We do plan to stay the night if we are allowed, but we are just heading through. And they all look very confused and say, heading through? There is no path past here. This is the end of the road.
You mean you don't want to go to the tortured land?
Well, I mean, if you wish to go to the tortured land, you could, but best bet would be to go back down the road, and then you're going to take the northern road. And you know that there is a fork for that because you did see it. But you all know you're going through Bellinau and the little forest area beyond to try to get through the Galena Mountains. And Nathaniel just says, no, we are going just straight through. We have found some old maps that indicate that there is a road that might help us go past, and this is the route we are taking. And immediately everybody in the village just stops and they all stare at you.
Property value is going to go way up.
You don't go that way.
Why not?
If you go that way, you don't come back.
Well, yeah, because we're going through.
No. You will no longer exist if you go that way. We advise you turn around and take the proper route.
Not how things work.
It is. About, and they kind of think about it, maybe 100 or so years ago, the last caravan tried to go through there. All we know is that one person came out and said that, as far as he knows, he was supposed to go on a caravan, and all of his friends were gone. He went on his own, and he came back. He had documents from his supposed friends, but he was the only one there, and he doesn't remember anything about them. If you go in there, you go mad.
Couldn't he
So-
have just hit his head and wandered out?
Possibly, it's
Good
just
point.
nobody remembers them going in.
Yeah, that
And
was
he
100 years
remembered-
ago, right?
Yes, but he remembered going into the woods. He went into the woods. And everybody remembered him going in through the woods.
But you just said nobody remembered the caravan going in the woods. Wasn't he part of the
Correct.
caravan?
They remembered him going in, but they didn't remember him having his friends. He'd gone mad. He'd even fabricated all these documents and letters from his friends that didn't exist.
I'm sure we'll be fine. You can
No.
clearly see we all have real friends, right, guys? We're all friends.
So he was mad before he went into the forest. That makes him mad.
They all just kind of shrug. That was 100 years ago. Point is, you don't go in there. Nobody is allowed to go in there.
Oh, so it's a mandate of the town then.
We do not go in there.
Do you advise others not to go in, or do you prevent people from going in?
We won't stop you, but we will not be providing any services and you will not be staying in our town.
All right,
If you're
so
willing
just-
to turn around and leave, you may stay here for the night. If you're going to go through, then keep going and do not stop.
all right, thank you.
Nathaniel looks around, and the children in the back of his wagon look very disappointed because they were hoping that they would get to play with some other children. But he just kind of gives a little bit of a shrug and he says, I guess we're going then.
Hey, wait, I have an idea. Let's just lie and say we're going back, and in the morning, we just go anyway.
Sir, we heard you.
Let's burn the whole fucking village down.
No.
We're not burning anything down. Look, good
Everyone's
people,
here to
it's
say-
all right. We will go through. We will prove that everything is fine, and when we come back, you'll see that it is not an issue.
Oh, wonderful. I've never heard of such a good, strong course. It certainly never devolves into a farce or a folly or a warning tale for small children.
And yeah, you notice
Row 4 or 5.
It's a good thing you've brought your own along. This will, of course, be a learning lesson for everyone in real time.
You do notice everybody in the village just goes back in their houses and shut the doors. They even shut the windows. And Nathaniel looks around and says, well, we have our map. Let's get going.
All right.
Yes, I see no bad signs in this whatsoever. This is wonderful.
Gronk is looking around for any long-lived races.
Why are you being so negative, my friend?
It is superstition. If I had to guess, what happened is some traveler went through, lost his mind, or possibly was even attacked by something that was in the woods at that time, and they took it a little to the extreme.
So you don't
I'm
believe
sure
that stories like this are there for a reason most often?
It probably had a reason at the time, but it was 100 years ago. The reason has long gone.
Absolutely, 100 years ago. Have you met any elves?
Yes, I'm right
Do you
here.
know a few dwarves? 100 years is only small to us, friend.
What I mean is, whatever it is has moved on. If it was elves or dwarves in the mountains, they wouldn't be
No,
attacking random people.
I am saying that as an example of time passing. A century is actually not that big for certain races.
Indeed.
Well,
And
what
for
I'm
certain
saying,
monsters.
look, I think that there's going to be no issue. We will proceed. We are going to make a lot of money on this journey, and we will have a safe passage back. I don't want to go up through the tortured lands and down the main road where there are to be more bandits and probably worse. I know the open Vasan wastelands are not necessarily the safest place to be.
No, but at least you can see what's coming for the most part. It's just a case of, have you ever wondered why this has not been exploited in earlier times? Strange,
It's
no?
lost. It's not on any of the maps. There's no record of it beyond this piece here.
Fascinating, is it not?
Paths get lost all the time. It even talks about a toll house. If I had to guess, what happened is there was a little bit of a rock slide, landslide. They thought it was impassable, and they just kept going. I bet we can figure a way around this. Now, let us go on.
We can always go now see if the trail is true, or whether it is
Exactly.
just town hullabaloo.
Exactly. We go. If it's completely impassable, then we can just come back.
Of course. And here I thought Orneste had the greatest of follies.
My friend, you saw how you dealt with the bandits. Do you really think anything in there is going to be worse?
Please, please, let's not complicate things. Employer.
Right, my employee.
There we go.
Now, let us bring these wagons out and keep moving, right? We don't believe in this superstitious nonsense.
No, that would be foolish and something for the fairies. Hello, Elmer.
Yeah, it's almost certainly some sort of monster or trap in there.
Of course there are monsters. It's a forest. We've dealt with those on the way here, though. You all are quite capable. It's why you were hired. Come now, friends. Let's go.
I didn't know my way around a forest. I'll do my own horn. But I didn't know my own horn.
And, yep, the wagons roll. And before long, you are out of sight of the village, and yep, there is clearly a path on the other side. It's just very unkept. You'd think that even the villagers don't go down that way. And before long, you even reach what clearly used to be a log that they'd hollowed out to be a little bit of a bridge.
How old is this log book?
Old.
Don't like it.
Do we have time just like to relax in the wagons for a short rest, or are we just this is pretty quick?
You could if you're rotating out. You could probably take a short rest. Yeah, let's say you took a short rest for craps and giggles.
Anybody want?
You would have been able to take the short rest before you got to the town.
So if anybody wants a treat, they can.
Oh, thank you.
But as you get there, Nathaniel stops the wagons and asks you all to go check out this log and see if is it going to be stable enough to take the horses over.
Yeah, that was my concern.
And if not, they're going to have to find a way to get the horses across because unfortunately, well, it's not a deep ravine. It's only probably about 4 or 5 foot deep in some parts.
Well, fortunately, you
Still.
have with you two expert woodworkers. Well, one who works wood and one who knows of sticks.
I have one right here. This is a very solid stick. We could cross if this was longer.
Yes, let us check this current one, shall we? Let's not avail ourselves of options just yet. First, an inspection.
Yeah.
If you have woodworking, you can use that. If not, that's going to be. Are you proficient in survival?
Yeah.
Ben? Okay, yeah, you could do a survival or an investigation.
But yes. What would be my stat for woodworking tools, though?
I'm gonna help.
That is a
Intelligence?
fair question. Probably.
I don't trust this log.
I have very few
I feel
positive
like
thoughts
you
to
made
say on this
situations
matter.
somehow worse.
Yeah, Gielber, you have no idea. Elmer and Gronk. At this point, we'll cut it here.
Gronk is
but-
looking around to see if there's anything else going on.
Currently, you don't see anything suspicious. Completely unrelated. Not at all related to anything that could possibly be out in the woods. Everybody roll me what's the roll that we're making here? Wisdom save. This isn't for now, this is for later, but please do roll me a wisdom save.
Not good.
Could go either way.
Not good.
Uh-oh.
A lot of single digits here. I don't like that. Fucked, aren't we?
Annoyingly, even with advantage.
Alright. But yeah, for those of you who are looking over the wood, Galber, you have no idea. But the other ones, you kind of get the idea that it's not great, it's questionable, but if you can successfully keep the horses calm and slow, you think you can get them over. That, or you might have to build something new.
Well, I mean, how deep is this?
Depending on the spot, 4 to 5 foot.
Okay, well, you could also support the middle with.
Maybe all these rocks.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you could try supporting the middle. You could just flat out try, keeping the animals calm. There are a couple ways you can do things.
I think supporting the middle is the best idea.
You would probably need to use the woodworking for that. And see if Mr. Woodworking can woodwork.
Well, I can work with stone too. He also gets mason tools.
I'll handle the sticks, you handle the rocks. We got this.
There we go, above a single digit this time. Yes,
Alright.
simple support struts, a little bit of skeletal to the structure, and the main spine. That's. It's not going to alleviate all the weight, but should a panic hoof clop hard against it, it seems like it could hold pretty well. Just follow the instructions completely, do not veer off from my diagram, and off you go.
It takes about an hour for you to get it completely what you would call acceptable. So whoever wants to help with the animals, one person give me an animal handling with advantage.
Ooh, can I do it? Can I do it?
Go ahead.
Calmly explain to the horses. See, we're gonna walk across that thing real slow, guys.
And yep, it doesn't take very long. You slowly take them over one by one. There's a lot of creaking and groaning, and there's a couple of moments where you have a mild heart attack, thinking that it's going to all fall apart. All the wagons cross over, and you're free to continue on the road.
Good job, horses! Yay!
And yep, you continue on. It starts to get dark, and you find a little clearing. And Nathaniel decides it's time to make camp. And the wagons kind of pull up and around and get parked out. And it's time to camp for the night. Dog is quite happy. Dog is routinely running over to go see Sinifi. They've gotten to be pretty good friends. And everybody starts doing everything that you need to do to get ready for camp. The children are running all over the place, and Galbraith, they love your puppets. They want a puppet show.
Well, it's not entirely finished, okay? Still rough around the edges at this point, unlike the puppets, of course, they have fine construction, so it'll be a small little simple tale. You, of course, know of Ornestre.
We remember the stories.
Oh, yes, he has done many, all in the service of the various gods, and also whoever can convince this great champion to sally forth, and that is not a difficult matter. It does not take gold, it merely takes sincerity. But yes, and of course there is Quinara, who follows in his footsteps at all times. She is not a servant, she is not out there, she just wishes for good to continue, to be made manifest, and it is through Ornestre. He is capable, fool that he is, and she just makes sure that it goes all right.
Galbraith, roll me a dexterity. You get almost the second sense that you need to move as Sinifi runs over and promptly tries to take a whiz on your leg. She has done this before.
I bat her away with Ruddy Vast.
She gives a little bit of a yelp and runs back over to Gronk and looks very, very sad.
Very rude dog, do not do this. I am not your territory, for I am a person.
You want me to lecture it?
Yes, fine. Get the small creatures to understand the simple matters of life.
Yeah, okay. No.
And I'm petting the dog. I'm rewarding it. I don't care what it just did.
She rolls over on her back and presents belly.
Yay! Dog happy.
I wish I could make
Dog
him able to
sees
talk
this.
to it.
Dog runs over and expects the same treatment.
Luckily, I have a second hand.
The children find this all hysterical. They are giggling. What? Are you all going to set a night watch?
Yeah, of course.
There was a world in which I could see in the dark, but can't now.
What is our night watch order?
Gronk will go first.
You will need 4 watches, so is anybody going to assist Gronk?
I can take the
Stu
first
will
and
go
fourth
second.
watch.
Sue will go second.
So it'll be Gronk and... What's your name?
Viesa.
Fiesta?
Viesa. There we go. Gronk and Viesa, and then we have Sue and... Who else for number 2?
Is Sue see in the dark?
No.
Dragonborn do not.
They will, but they don't right now.
I mean, I can help because I have dancing lights.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but you're doing first and fourth.
You do it.
Yes.
First, yeah. So I can go along for the second watch. And pass out dancing lights.
And for our third, I suppose we have Puppet Master.
No, I am in the midst of a creative issue here right now. I cannot waste time that I would use for my mind and creation on sitting around watching for twigs to break.
That would be rude, breaking twigs.
And then they were all slaughtered in their sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess third watch is Elmer alone. And fourth watch would be Viesa alone. Yep. But, you know.
But it's also
all
the people
goes
who have
well.
dark vision. I don't have dark vision or any light source.
To be
I don't
fair,
Not
either.
my level, bro.
You all do have a campfire, but
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, through the night, it's actually relatively breezy. It's nice. There's nothing really that sticks out to any of you all. Um, the only thing that you do notice when you get up is you swear you picked up the camp, and it almost looks like things have been unpicked up when you all awaken. Viesa, you don't remember this happening on your shift, and none of the other people, you don't remember it happening on your shift either.
Kids get up early.
And you don't remember the kids getting up either.
Mm.
I like sleep.
I'm really bad at watching things.
Clearly.
But Nathaniel gets up and says, well, what's been the wind?
That's a lot of wind.
I suppose. It doesn't very matter much. Everybody's here. Everybody's fine. Nobody stole anything.
He's suddenly checking his pockets. Completely irrational, but I'm checking my pockets.
We just forgot to pick up. It's that stupid village is filling our heads with thoughts. It's fine, guys. Let's just keep going. Let's get packed up again. Get rolling. Before people start getting nervous about things. Right then. Right, let's pack up and go quick like if we can. Alright? I want to be out through this woods and into the mountains as soon as possible. The dog is doing a lot of sniffing around.
Before we leave, does anybody want any snacks?
Yes.
About 3 snacks.
Dog whines.
For hit points last 8 hours, right?
No,
Um,
you don't have to eat it now. So
yeah, you don't have to
snacks
eat
on the
it now.
road.
But Gronk, dog is whining at you. He is upset.
What is it, dog?
Sniffs more.
I take out some of his rations and start feeding dog.
He eats them, but at the same time, he's still looking around and eventually stops and just starts sniffing around again.
What is it?
Oh, not you. There we go. Sniffs
Let's
around
ask him.
the. Oh. If you ask him what's wrong, smell. Dog smell.
Dog smell?
I'll smell
Another
it.
dog. Friend.
Um,
Magic dog?
Dog.
Hang on. Where's the other dog?
There is no other dog.
Where is the mop dog gone?
There is no mop dog. You have the only dog in the camp.
oh, wasn't there? Oh.
No, there's not. There's not another dog. There's only ever been one dog in the camp, and that's Dog. His brain gets rude at me. There was Dog. I missed Dog. I wanted to play with new Dog.
Where's
I
Pom
guess-
Pom?
There is no Pom Pom. You don't remember there being a Pom Pom.
Gronk is confused. This is
So
simple.
maybe a
No,
dog is
Gronk-
what messed up all our stuff last night?
That is quite possible, but Gronk does not remember there being another dog. He's just confused about another dog being here because nobody remembers another dog.
Messed everything up and left.
And nobody passed the wisdom check. Oh dear.
While you're at it, everybody give me another wisdom save. Or wisdom yeah. It just, not because anything's going on right now, but
Hey, I didn't get a
Quick. But you all start packing up. It's, any other day. It's just clearly a dog went running through the camp and clearly messed up your things. It happens.
Can we track where this dog has gone?
See, that's the weird thing. Roll a survival to see if. Yeah, just roll a survival on yours to see if dog can figure it out.
Bloody hell.
Dog can't figure it out.
Well, he'd have advantage on smell checks as a dog.
Yeah, roll one more. Roll one more.
Waiting for the
Okay.
double one.
The dog does find it started right around Jelnathika's camp, and it went somewhere in the center of the camp, and then the smell stops.
Gronk is looking at the ground in confusion.
There was a dog, and then there is no dog.
Okay, Gronk goes back to simple things and hits it with his axe.
The ground
Attacks the
does not do
ground.
anything. You have made a gash in the dirt. And Nathaniel just looks at you and says, "Can we get going? The ground is not going to attack you."
Where are the
Got a
dog?
point.
The dog clearly has lost the scent. It's fine. It's not a hound dog. Let's go. My little girl's getting nervous.
Gronk tries to look reassuring as he packs up his things.
All right, everybody, let's go. And yes, you all start out. Should be no problems. And yeah, it is actually a very peaceful forest. You are not reassuring. The birds are not singing. There's a very slight breeze. It's a bit of a weird forest, but I mean, you haven't been attacked by anything. It's just a little eerie, which, that's usually how these things work, right? A little bit of an eerie feeling in a forest, and then people start making up stories on what's gone wrong in the forest.
Guys, I'm not an expert on forestly things, even though I am. But it seems weird.
Yeah, I'm giving you kind of a look, but yes. It's like,
As I told you all, it's a perfectly fine forest. Have we been attacked?
Yeah.
Before we got to the village. I mean, after we got to the village. Have we been
Something was in
attacked?
our camp. That kind of counts.
A
That
dog.
was weird.
And we weren't attacked. It's fine. And as you all are bickering going down the road, we've already been there. Next
Gronk
one.
is very concerned.
Here we go. Here's the real one. And the wagons are behind you. They do pull the wagon train up because up ahead, you all see what seems to be a wagon that has been tipped over.
How old is Wagon?
Well, are you going to approach and find out?
Does Wagon not look 100 years old? Villagers lie.
comedy.
Anybody who wants to investigate to see about how long the wagon's been out there, either survival or investigation. Yeah, it's pretty clear. You all can tell this. That wagon is not 100 years old.
Yeah.
That
wood
wagon-
doesn't last that long.
That wagon probably isn't even 2 years old. It's a little bit weathered. You can see some sun bleaching to the bits and bobs, but that that spoke design, actually, as a matter of fact, you know that only was created about or became into full use about 5 years ago. This is not a 100-year-old wagon. And more curiously, there are crates strewn about. A couple of them seem to have been broken open, but not ransacked. Everything still seems to be there.
So it is no antique, it is merely bespoke.
Very funny.
Yeah, and they didn't take anything.
It is regular household goods. We're talking about clothing, knickknacks that go on shelves.
The wagon just break and they couldn't help it. It wasn't a robbery. They left it. They all died of dysentery or something.
It also clearly came. It was going the direction that you're going, if you can judge by the direction that the wagon is. So it came from the village.
I would say they want the from the mill. Got any more room in the wagons?
Nathaniel does bring up the wagons. Why?
I just point to the crates. Maybe it was going to the same place. I don't know.
If there are
Gotta
any,
be worth something.
if there are any particularly good ones, do throw them in. The wagon is beyond salvage, obviously, but we have room for probably 3-4 more crates if we try to pack it real tight. So just throw a couple of them in, and then away we go.
Start ruffling through the crates. Good.
Yep, it doesn't take long. You find about 3 suitable crates that you could think of.
Better than nothing.
Free stuff.
You spend some time packing it up. And yep, completely uneventful. You all get back onto the road. And do give me your perception checks.
He's thinking about money.
Also
Yeah.
thinking about money. Just better.
More specifically, it's hitting you all. You would expect to see squirrels, birds. You're not seeing any of that. Let alone, a wolf or a deer or anything of substance. The only sound you're hearing is the rustling of the wind in the trees.
Rattling some coins together.
It's a bit weird. You're starting to see why they don't want to come this way. But you keep going. And
It's probably nothing.
yeah, it's probably nothing. There's nothing to worry about, nothing at all.
Keep soaking it because the wet wagon.
Give me a wisdom save, everybody.
Yep. It's pretty quick, yeah.
I don't even need to roll the dice.
Doesn't even help to roll that.
Just
Right?
pointing out, I always get advantage on saving throws from being a puppeteer Geppetto.
Class smoking.
Right? Not default camera position. Let's not do that. Thank you. And yep, before long you get to your new place. You find what actually seems to be an old ruin. and it's decided, okay, this is where we're gonna set up camp. It's getting a bit dark. And you all start setting up camp. Nathaniel does come up to you after camp is established and says, okay, which one of you is going to be driving the wagon this time? I know you've been trading off on the spare wagon. The spare wagon being this one up here.
I can do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, cheers. Who was... And he looks a little bit confused. Who was driving the wagon today? Which one of you was driving the wagon today? Each one of you doesn't... None of you remember driving the wagon today.
Maybe it was one of the puppets?
No, not just yet. They need more refinement before they're able to go road legal.
Look. Don't start on this. My boys are already nervous enough as it is. Whoever was driving the cart, please just say you're driving the cart. We don't need to start this whole, oh, our memories aren't working thing, alright?
No, of course not. A strange moment when something is forgotten. Of course, why would that relate to the rumors of strange memory issues?
Yeah,
Also, we
you
have
such a good memory.
Also, we have a cart that was obviously not too long ago sent here, and no one recalled it trundling along.
This is clearly all a horrible hoax.
Do you
Our
also not
memories
believe in
are
dragons, sir? Do you think that elves are merely a fantasy?
I'm a forest person.
All of those exist. I'm just saying, this area.
Did you
is
know
not
that
cursed
magic
with...
is real?
Yes, I do. But I also don't believe this area is cursed with remembrance.
It could simply be a wild magic area. Could be touched by the Fae to protect and
It
isolate.
could be somebody doing a prank. That's
Look,
kind of shitty
just
prank.
admit you were driving the wagon so that the boys will stop freaking out, alright?
I don't like to deal with horses, so it's certainly not I who sat in that seat.
I didn't do it earlier,
Nope.
that's why I was going to do it now.
That's fine, whatever. Just sort it out and do not scare the children. As he goes back to set up around.
You're the one raising your voice like a fool.
How much are we getting paid again?
Handsomely.
I'd rather be paid beautifully. Handsomely is the consolation of rewards.
Obviously, all your expenses are being paid. You're going to get 150 gold when you get to Palace Chuck, and then you will get 200 if you get back to Drumchapel.
Oh good, at least we still know our destination. That is the one a lovely thing to take stock of.
I wonder if time is passing normally here. If that cart really is 100 years old.
Any of us notice he's down a child?
I did.
Well, I mean in character.
Oh,
That's the
no,
whole thing.
there was no girl.
Hmm.
He only had 2 sons.
Getting rid of the girl child first. How chauvinistic of you.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe I had like a wife or something who we forgot.
You? No.
Hey, let me hope, man.
You've officiated at the matings before, though.
Well, officiate's a strong word. You just kind of have to be there, I guess. You know.
Well, no, there was wolf territory that you once joined in unison.
600 wolf packs. I really am the greatest politician.
It was 2 packs of 12 each.
Yeah, well, it's a big number.
It is quite sizable, yes.
I'm not a politician anymore, though, of course.
And we're lucky for that.
Everybody give me a wisdom save.
But I did have this petition I was actually thinking you guys might want to sign.
Right. Ooh. There we go. It is a wonderful, wonderful night. Oh, and there we go. All right, yeah, it doesn't change what transpires. Everybody, it's a wonderful night. Y'all are setting your watch. And oh, let me make sure I grab this properly. There we go. Copy. There we go. And it's peaceful. Again, there's not any birds. There's not any squirrels. Easiest watch ever. Is there anybody not taking a watch? Dialbri, are you also not going to take a watch tonight?
I am still in flux of the creative notions. It would bore me to sit on watch here. A complete waste of my talents. But I might carve one of your likenesses for a puppet. I still have a spare member of the cast. I just need to work out the role. Who is important? Who will be useful?
My wife?
I am a worker of fiction, but even I would not delve that far into make-believe, my friend.
Are we keeping the same watches as the previous night?
Probably.
Okay. So all of you will be staying over here. Okay. It is on the second watch. And Gialbri, you notice that there is a very loud commotion.
I notice nothing. I am a sleep woman.
No, you wake up because there is a loud commotion. This is not something that you are going to miss.
In the hells.
There is some screaming. There is some yelling going on. It is generally unpleasant.
I emerge from the tent with Ornestre upon my arm. His weapon drawn.
Pull this over here. Pull this over here. Pull this over here. And yeah, there is, and all of you are there, and not the children. Children, no, go back, thank you. And there is an absolute, when you walk out, with everybody else, by the way, you see this thing that you quite honestly wish you hadn't seen. It's a very weird creature. 4 legs. It has a lot of heads. It has 5 what looks to be human heads. And it is currently there, and it is got Sanders and Luke, and it's currently devouring them.
And are none of you raising blades to fight this thing?
They're all kind of calling about it, but then you also notice some very interesting things happen as they all kind of stagger for a moment and look like they don't know what to do, but then look back and then don't know what to do.
Well, I will show them what they do exactly. Ornestre, sally forth, my boy.
Luke is consumed.
I send Ornestre to go attack the thing.
Please do.
With his unerring sword. He's not advantage, sadly. Does a 15 hit?
I think it does not.
Does a 16 hit?
The 16 does.
For 15 upon its leg.
One head just kind of turns, looks very annoyed at it. The other head starts finishing eating poor Sanders. And I don't think a 12 hits your...
Thankfully it misses.
It finishes its meal. And then it just starts casually leaving.
I
would
would
notice everybody...
I would quickly like to slap someone near me.
You do it. As a matter of fact, roll me a D5.
No, it's obvious who I'm slapping.
Okay.
I cannot harm a lady, and Gronk would not appreciate it. Elmer would probably appreciate being brought to his senses.
Yes.
Everybody just starts going back to their tent as it starts wandering out of sight.
What the hell?
I see then. So, do I still recall the people who were devoured?
You recall them being devoured, yes.
But do I know who they were?
You don't remember who they were, but you remember seeing people get devoured.
But only the two from tonight, not the other ones.
Nasty bit.
Not the other one.
Did striking Elmer do anything apart from feel enjoyable?
No, he looks at you very confused and says, "What did you do that for?" I assume. Elmer, what do you say when you get slapped?
Hey man, look, I mean, I know it's annoying to be awake at night, but come on.
No, this was an important moment here, and you are... I would hope you were simply bewitched, but this is far more foul. 2 of our camp here were devoured by a creature. It stomps in the distance even now. Or yesterday he cleaved flesh from it.
Elmer, you have no idea what he's talking about. Everybody seems to be here.
There are no tracks of a creature. It had 4 large feet.
No, I mean, you can try to do a survival to check.
I might as well. I'm the only one who can.
I would help, but
You can help him try to prove that, you know, there's nothing there.
let's just do it.
Yeah, I got 22.
Yeah, okay.
You can find the tracks. There are tracks.
You see this? This is from none of us. This is not from horses. This was the creature who stood among our number. You all stood there agape, watching it as it ended 2 more lives.
2 more.
It had a ferocious number of heads, and several of them were busy devouring them.
You don't remember there being 2 more people.
But do I see the tracks?
You see the tracks. Something was here.
You want to follow it?
Gronk is annoyed after the last time that thing got weird. He wants to go hit something.
Right,
Is
go.
there blood on the blade?
Yeah, there's some blood. But according to him, you just saw something and you saw nothing. And
I mean, how do
you're
I
not,
know?
you're
how
not
do I
missing
know
anyone.
This puppet didn't decide to go murder people in our camp.
Ornestre can do nothing without my own commands, and I was asleep. I was not going to waste my evening like this, and then I find I am the only one standing among the threat of a horrible monster. Do you not already see that our numbers are depleted? We have not enough to staff wagons and carts and whatnot.
Can I try to identify the blood on the thing? Maybe a little taste test?
Are you gonna try to take? Oh, sure.
Questions you didn't think you needed to answer.
Didn't think I'd have to say that. No.
Maybe survival to like try to identify it?
Sure.
What's that smell? It's blood.
I mean, you don't think it's human?
Okay, so good news, you're not a murderer. Bad news, what the fuck did I just eat?
Yes, wonderful.
Wrong.
Fantastic insight. Let us keep going to try and find this creature. Come, all of you.
Okay.
You faceless ones, you stay among the number.
Everybody else has already gone back to bed. You're the only ones up, and only because you've kept
Wait, that means he has
keeping
to
people up.
wake me up.
Yeah. Are you going to rouse everybody else?
Yes, of course. I'll do it with
We had had a long
Ornestre.
rest by now, right?
I will do it with
Not this
Ornestre.
night, but-
You had one yesterday, but not
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I will wake people up with Ornestre, because he's most welcome and tense.
today.
Oh, fine. Before we do this, a snack.
A great beast, a strange, foul creature stomps these forests. There's a reason for the disappearances. It was horrendous.
You
Many
don't remember
scalps,
there being
many
any
gnashing
disappearances.
maws. But the creature can be
He's
wounded.
spewing nonsense.
I can tell you guys there are some tracks. I don't know what they are.
Yes, its
not
tracks are not invisible. It's the stuff of the beast itself is upon the blade of Ornestre. This creature may not live and breathe, but it exists. It has devoured 2 more of our number, which means the previous ones are also gone.
I wonder how many people we came in here with.
Precisely the
Oh,
question.
I mean, this does look like the right number.
It has been 2 evenings, but how many? What, 5 heads was it?
Let me see. 1, 2, 5 have been gone, yes, but you don't know how
No,
many.
I'm asking for the heads it has.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 5 heads, yeah.
It has 5 heads. That could have been 5 people both these evenings. I saw only 2 in the final moments, but they could have plucked the rest.
He needs horses.
And the magic of the creature,
we
for I do
still
not
got the
remember their
paper?
names. Who they were. I
we-
saw them living. I saw them living for a moment, then die in its jaws.
Hey,
I mean,
Have we got the paperwork from our minutes at last city? How many were on that?
Nathaniel would have that. He's gone to bed.
He will be roused. Elmer go do it. Grunk as well.
he definitely seems like the guy who would be mad at us waking him up. I mean, he has insisted nothing murderous going on. And you know, I will point out, is this like perhaps your way of unveiling a new puppet? It's a very
I
cool
give
new
you
puppet.
gold. Here, gold piece. Go wake him.
If he tries to deny this creature, as we see the very feet of it imprinted in the ground, I will spear through the man myself.
Should we just go after it first and come back and tell him about it later? I mean, it might be getting away, whatever.
Yes, we'll give it a try. Let's go. We'll pursue as straight in a line as we can. Moving through the forest's darkness, however, I'll strike our torches.
Anybody else want one of these? They're kind of going stale.
Yeah. I mean,
Got 2
if I have to be
left
awake
with
for I don't know
10
what.
HP.
Personally, I think this is a new puppet, and this is just a ploy
This is
to
not
get
my
us to
doing.
appreciate the puppet.
I do this for entertainment purposes. I do not do this for violence and killing. The puppets are skilled in defense, but that is defense.
Maybe they're not dead. Anyway, look, there's something weird going on, so they should go look.
And right, so are you going to wake up your boss?
No,
or
we're
just go
We're trying to
inside?
chase it down first.
Give me one person. Give me survival with advantage.
Go on, Elmer.
I got this, guys.
18. Everybody, while you go out, give me a wisdom save.
Huzzah.
Ooh.
Clearly, nothing is going on. This is just a forest full of trees.
Right, so that does knock everything down. All right. It's weird because you follow the tracks, but then you're out there and there's a gap in your recollection of what happened because you stood there, you were discussing some tracks, and then it's almost daytime. You don't know why you were standing here discussing these tracks.
Clearly, it's a large ferret. It's a known thing in forests. Large ferrets.
Are you going to continue trying to track, or are you going to try to head back?
We apparently don't know what we're looking for, so I guess we head back.
I mean, you still know what you're looking for, but the others have not apparently seen it.
Oh, one
You
more
still
push, why
remember
not?
the incident.
Yes, one more push, then. That was a horrific scene.
A survival and...
The moment I see
survival first.
lack of clarity in their eyes, I remind them of what occurred.
Didn't help.
Yeah, Gronk tries to lead, you lose track. It starts to get daylight, and you have a feeling your boss is going to be very mad that you've been gone.
We should kill him. Oh, I said that out loud.
Yes, you did, my friend.
Your pretense of innocence in the scandals upon you are not seeming so likely.
Look, I just didn't even know it was a thing that you could do.
And yet you continue to profess about burning down villages, slaying people. Hoarding wealth at this point seems like one of your minor misdemeanors.
Yeah, it's a wonder I got elected, actually.
Not at all, I think it made you overqualified for a position.
Or he just eliminated the other competitors.
Well, if you run unopposed, it is easier. This is true.
There were those unexplained accidents.
Days before the election.
It is not. They were not unexplained. No one cared. There's a very different circumstance to that.
Yeah, if I'm the one who got elected, imagine how bad they
An
were.
old man was dead in his house. We simply assumed he had died, being old. Not
Rather
all
than
is a
falling on
mystery.
4 knives.
I'm saying not all is mystery. Sometimes it is just simply what occurs.
You know, I kept my seat for 150 years. God, I embezzled so much money.
It was a good share.
Yeah, solid oak.
By the
Surprised you
time
didn't take it with you.
you probably tried.
I couldn't take much with me.
By the time you wander back, Nathaniel is waiting there. Just says, "Where have you been? Which two of you are taking the wagon this time around?"
You piece
Two of
together.
us.
You piece together these gaps so exquisitely. There is a creature here, a foul, hideous monster that has been devouring our number. It may have taken up to 10 people already. It had 5 heads. The creature.
Who saw this creature?
I did.
He did.
Anybody else?
You all
Oh,
did.
yeah, blood.
But you all stood bewitched and transfixed by the thing.
Do you have papers from last city?
What sort of papers?
Personnel contracts,
entrance
recording of
paper.
who was employed.
Pay
Our
stubs.
entrance
Of course I do.
papers.
Let us see those signatures, shall we?
Are we really going to do this?
Yes, we are going to do this.
You
I
are
am
paying us
sick
for
of-
a reason.
I am sick and tired of your cynicism and hand-waving of no, this is obviously for the gold. There is an obvious issue here. There are no animals around us. There is nothing but this death and void around us.
Fine.
Cease
if this
being
will
an
get
obstacle.
You to shut up about it. We will get the papers out, prove that nothing is wrong, and away we go. And he digs around for the roster and who's getting what paid what. Like, all right, here we go. On our driver, who is missing?
We're your daughter.
That is the issue. I saw 2 men be
He doesn't
devoured.
have a daughter.
Yeah. I saw 2
It
men be
says here
devoured.
on entrance papers, you came in with daughter.
You don't know that. She hasn't said.
Yeah. But the papers do take a full list. So first you have the traditional employees, which includes you all.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's John Nathica. Here's Amelia, and who's this half friend? We only have one. We have Amelia. There's another one.
Strange that, yes.
Oh,
Shall
I
we
reckon
shall we look
she's
for more
one.
unassigned names?
At least
Very
2,
well.
according to yeah.
All right, here's our drivers. All right. Let's see. We have Peter. Oh, look, there's Peter. Bevel. There's Bevel. Sam. Yes. John. We don't have John. We have Jack Johnson.
Whose
And
name
the
is right
very-
below it.
We have John Jackson and Jack. That's a record error. Let's be realistic. This is clearly a record error.
Are you the kind of person to make record errors? Really think about this.
You also notice that when he gets down to the next individual whose name I forgot, where is he?
No, it's really happening.
Oh god.
Toward the
We
end.
die in the game, we die in real life.
Quick,
Luke.
scribble your name off the wall.
Luke Beltweather. And he looks for a moment, and we don't have a Luke. We don't have a Luke Bellwether.
Do I remember the appearance of the men that were devoured?
You remember what they look like, yeah.
Yes. I can simply say that this night we lost the Halfrend. The man who was within the jaws was of stout halfling construction.
You would have thought we'd remember this.
I would have thought as well, for as I stood there and sent Ornestre against it, you all, several of you, were watching.
You had
like
your
magic.
eyes upon the creature, transfixed in momentary loss of emotion, loss of connection to your brains. And then you just simply dispersed once the moment was over, as if show was done, it's time to leave now.
Look, this makes absolutely no.
It makes perfect sense, you fool. We have the names of these
Magic.
people. We have more numbers than we are currently standing with.
Grace Whisperwood? We don't have a Grace Whisper. Are you implying that I would forget a member of my own family?
Yes, when this creature devoured it. It could have been your grandmother, your daughter, maybe your wife's sister, or yours.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, obviously.
Don't you help him.
Oh, but I'm saying obviously it doesn't make sense because it's magic. Of course it doesn't make fucking sense. I'm on your side, damn it.
Right, well, at this stage, what are we supposed to do? We're already partway through. I mean, look, we're almost to the mountain. We're almost there. If we get to the mountains, we can be free and clear.
We do not know how
Probably be-
far this creature's terrain extends. I say we go back.
Let's tie each other together while we sleep.
If we go back, we're guaranteeing we're going through its domain. Whatever it is probably can't live up where it's cold if it's decided to live down
You
here.
barely even believe in the creature's existence. Are you trying to posit its characteristics? For all we know, the mountain itself is also its main home. Maybe it has a den there. It comes down here during the summer months to stretch its legs, enjoy the fresh air.
Well, then it would stay down here. Point is, I say we keep going as quick as we can. We push the team as hard as we can so that we can be out of this nonsense and not have to worry about it.
We should probably kill the thing.
If we can't even remember it, how are we to kill it?
Your attitude astounds me, sir. There is a name of a person missing here with your own surname upon it, your own blood.
Look. You
Dad
see,
slash
he's
brother
scratching
slash
his
son of
head,
the year here.
and this is something seems wrong. It's like he knows something is wrong, but he doesn't want to admit something is wrong. Just all right. Let's say that we had all these people and they are dead. Is it better if we just run with our tail between our legs, or if we clear and do what we were supposed to do in the first place?
I do not care for the payment at the end of this. I care about survival for the rest of us.
Are we
At this
going
point,
further
we
into
have a
territory,
perfectly
or-
valid reason for why no one goes in this forest. Congratulations, we
Yeah.
have made a fine discovery.
We could go warn people. Or
If we look
kill
at the
it.
map, we have less than a day and we are out into the mountains. We are going to be at the gate before sundown. Let's just push through. We'll be fine.
Mutiny?
It's probably our
What do you
best
guys say?
shot.
Yes, fine then. We will go forward. We will push through.
Right. All right. Everybody.
But each of you will grab a quill in turn and write something, a memento of what you were on this parchment here. I want more than simply a name. For this thing has taken the body, soul, and apparently recollection of what these people once were.
I have a copy of my warrant right here.
Oh no.
He writes something on the parchment, but he uses his name.
How much were you worth?
How were they able to charge you for indecent exposure twice at the same time? What did you do there?
I took a magic pill that doubled me. There were two of me.
And urinating on statuary. Well, we've done all that in our own time.
Yeah, it was a statue with me too, so.
Everybody does as you ask. They all look very uncertain about the scenario. There's a lot of hemming and hawing. You can tell that a good half of the group thinks that leaving would be a good idea, but another half also thinks that pushing through and getting out would be a good idea as well. It's a pretty even split between the NPCs.
Just to twist the knife, I feel like tormenting Whisperwood a bit further since he's been such a fucking problem. I want you to take a moment to think on your current relatives, your family members, and who you recall. I'm sure you know your mother and your mother-in-law, your aunts and such. Is there anywhere that seems to be missing a chunk? Your family tree quite complete at this moment in your mind.
Yes, it is 100% complete. Meanwhile, his wife, who's doing the packing, she just randomly out of nowhere just starts crying for some reason.
Well, if you will not attend to her, I shall.
No. He does go over, darling. It's all right. What? The situation is stressful. I know. It's. I know. Okay. We'll get out of here. Everything will be fine. And
What is it
she
that
kinda
triggered
nods.
it? Is there something you saw, something you felt or thought of?
Something seems wrong.
Yes, something is very wrong. There's a name upon there with yours blood name, and it's not here with us. If it is not parent, if it is not sibling or uncle or such, it could be far worse than that.
And finally, Nathaniel, just go. We're getting out of here. All right. We're just going. We're not. No. This discussion isn't helping.
It is
This is
keeping
riling
you aware
everybody
of a
up.
problem.
We see the problem. All right. There is a problem. When we get out, the problem is solved. We just need to go with expediency. How are we to fight something if we can't remember it?
Just remember better.
Just
Forehead.
listen to who can recall at the moment.
I think we should lay a trap of some sort. I mean, if he comes into our camp,
That
we
too.
can trap our camp. Or at least tie ourselves together so we can,
The creature had to
not get
walk.
taken.
Did not fly, it did not seem to leap. Ropes, pit traps, spikes, such things.
I think anything to make sure it can't leave. We want to trap it so we all have a chance to look at it.
Right. Fine. When we camp next, we'll camp up at the gate. We'll set some traps. All right.
Many traps.
If you see it, you all are in charge. Otherwise, we are just going to go as quick as we can, most expedient route possible, to get out of here. All right.
Yes, with all haste.
Right. With all haste, let us be off. And you head off. Who's riding the wagon? Bevel said he was driving one. Who's going to be driving the other wagon?
Anybody else take one of my snacks?
I will take over the upper wagon. He's too agitated to just sit there and think of a solution to Act 3.
Anybody want a road snack?
And you start going. Who is keeping an eye out? Not our two wagoneers.
I got this, guys.
Not the two wagoneers.
Okay, I thought
Gronk's worried at this point and keeping an eye out.
Sue
All
will be
of
keeping
my-
an eye out.
I'll keep
Yeah.
an eye out.
Everybody who's keeping an eye out, perception. You all notice that there seems to be a very large, it almost looks like gopher. Like, you know, when a gopher is burying under the ground and how the ground kind of gets disturbed up top? That, but a lot bigger, running along the road before it goes back off out into the woods. It's big. It's like horse big, bigger horse.
Is that about the right size, you think?
It's about the right size. It's about the right size,
Gronk
Albert.
attack ground.
You attack
Monster
ground.
underground.
You attack the ground, and it does ground things.
Should we follow this?
No, in previous camp, Gronk attacked ground.
You think you caused this from all the way over there?
No. That monster left through ground.
Oh, with the dog?
The other possible other dog. Yes.
That explains that, actually. But we saw it walk away. Well, I didn't. Apparently I did. But it walked away from the other camp, right?
It walked slowly, but it walked.
I merely saw it standing within the camp and then walk away.
It's possible it noticed that it got caught and ran.
Had no time to bury itself, or perhaps it cannot do that after feeding.
Or maybe it didn't see the need.
Well, how close is this to where we're going to camp?
About 3 hours.
This is quite a detour. Do we even have the daylight?
It depends on how far out you go.
We also probably shouldn't leave the cart alone without the guards that are us.
Nathaniel gives a sigh. Look, if it's not here, can we go? We've just seen proof that it's gone elsewhere. That means that if we go, we should be clear, yes? Whatever made this, I don't think we want to play with it. So, what are we doing? Are we going forward or are we chasing?
Going forward. The idea was to just get everyone we can out.
You do get to the gate with the horses. Oh, wrong. There we go. And you can see the gate. You see where the towers are, and you can see that there used to be a gate there. It got smashed in a long time ago, quite violently.
In or out?
In, as in, correction, out. Basically, it's smashed out in this direction from where you are. And you can see you've got maybe an hour of daylight left. And Nathaniel looks, look, should we try pressing for another hour? As far as we can?
I want to set traps.
What do you have in mind?
Well, lots of spikes, pitfalls, but also mainly with those trees. Maybe we try to snare the thing. You know, it has legs.
We've already learned that the creature itself might be able to burrow around ground.
Gotta string it into the sky somehow then.
I'm saying we would need stanchions, blockades, barriers that go deep.
Give me a wisdom save.
I should be better at these with the +4.
I like how Jalry, once he spotted, he is not giving up on this thing.
He does not want to give up on this.
A lot of single digits there.
Yeah, but mine doesn't count. I have advantage.
Mine count.
Okay,
so in a way, there's only 2 single digits there. Well done.
High five. Donkin and Melgern.
You two do exemplify the worst.
We are obstinate inspector.
Okay, so Galbri, Viesa, and Sue You. It might help if I'm on the correct layer. I said correct layer. Thank you. Thank you. What? That is not what I wanted to do. Game. Thank you. Did you all see the wonderful FX?
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Green dragon incoming.
So, Sue, Biesa, Gialbri, you see the same thing coming in yet again. And apparently, yeah, most everybody else doesn't see it. However, I will give this one to Elmer. It comes over, it looks very, very annoyed, and it kind of gives a little bit of a swing, and it hits the wagon and the horse, and some things go scattering out of it. Elmer, you notice the very shiny mirror falls out of one of the boxes, and you can see something in the mirror. It looks horrifying.
What the hell? Guys, I think I see a thing in the that I can't see it, but it's there. It's invisible, but it's not. Mirrors.
Yes, I wish to kill this thing.
Can I try to aim at it? Like, can I shoot it where it would be through the mirror?
You can certainly make that attempt, yes. That does not hit it.
Well, it's intangible. Eh?
We will do this. And we'll put up initiative.
Its appearance,
Very,
is
very
it
slow.
familiar to what I said?
It is exactly what you said, everybody.
Well, no, he's talking to Elmer because he saw it through a mirror.
You know, I'm just telling Elmer that yes, it is exactly.
Yeah, heads, legs, just heads. Oh god.
None of the heads are familiar, right?
No. We're missing somebody, I think. Who are we missing? Gronk. We need the initiative. You can't see it, but you need initiative.
The lazy puppeteer becoming the driving voice.
Well, it wasn't. Probably going to
It
be you,
is.
of course, obviously.
Webgun.
I try not to, I really do. I avoided
Well, it
watch
just so
duty, I didn't
happened-
engage with certain scenes, I tried to let other people run the show.
It just so happened that you were the one who saw it.
Yeah, just have
You-
worse dice.
Yeah, just roll bad like the rest of us.
I can't do that, I'm genetically disposed to be better than you.
Who has the higher?
I've got a
How's that?
+4.
He's higher than me.
Okay, so
As
You have
I
a
said.
Dex and the Rogue.
Look, the best I can do is a +3. Okay.
Alfred, it's your turn. You can see the thing, and you know it's there.
Ernesto, you're a noble soldier and such, but right now I need something a little bit more powerful here. As I chuck forth Ruddy Vast, the dragon.
I choose you.
Yeah. Just throw it in there. And let's go for that symbol. Flapping its wooden wings, and it'll try to get involved.
You hit.
And it does not. Scratching and biting at it. With expertly carved and varnished wooden elements.
I forgot to do something very important. I forgot to put the HP on this.
It might be important because I want this battle to end someday.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah. It looks annoyed.
Did it seem like it took purchase?
Oh yeah, it did something. It's just it seems more annoyed than hurt.
Hmm.
Whatever this is, it's physical, and it can take damage.
Yeah.
We can see this thing.
You have no idea. don't see anything, you don't remember anything. You just know that a couple of the people are saying they're seeing things. And Elmer's saying that he's seeing something in the mirror, but he's not seeing the thing.
And it flaps over to this side. And I will move to get some cover with these rocks. They will call it Elmer to pass me one of those mirrors.
Yep. Elmer says that he can see things in the mirror. The shipment's here next to the draft horse. I'll put a star on that.
I'm not sure how to
Did more than one mirror fall out, or is like big or small
I
ones?
can't see this thing.
Only one mirror has fallen out. It's a hand mirror.
But there's a bunch.
But, yeah,
Okay.
but there's a bunch in the box. You'd have to get into the box. Brill.
Yeah. The box is here.
It's next to the draft horse, yeah. There you go. Oops, sorry. There you go.
So how this works. I can see this.
Yeah, eventually, because you don't see anything there, but once you kind of adjust the mirror, you can see something in the mirror, and oh god, that looks terrifying.
And use the mirror as a scoping.
You will be, if you're doing this, you're at a disadvantage if you can't see it. Well, it actually didn't matter because neither of them hit.
I didn't either hit, and I had to move to get mirrors.
Elmer.
This is hard.
Yeah, this is terrifying.
But I can still see it from where I'm standing.
If you're looking through the mirror.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go and do a cool thing. I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Okay. An 11 does not hit.
Okay. And I can also turn invisible thing. Ha.
Shah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get closer to the box.
The Sue see. Sue sees.
Sue sees, so Sue is going to go and try and hit.
Hey, they're onto something.
Okay. 18 hits. So
I
13?
think only the first number, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
only the 13. Yeah, it's snapping its head at you. It's very mad at you. 19 hit?
And I'm going to action surge because, quite frankly, we probably want this thing dead as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah. No hit. And hit. It is looking not so good, and actually...
You can re-roll one of those damage dice, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I can re-roll 2 of them, actually.
You don't want to roll 2 of them. You just want to re-roll one of them.
No, I mean, 2 of my hits I can re-roll. 2 of the damaged ones. The previous one as well.
You have to take the lower result, though.
You can't get lower than 1.
Did he roll?
So that would be an extra, what? 7 damage.
Yep. Very good. I mean, it still looks like it's doing pretty good, but you hit it, and it's very, very mad, and it let out some very horrifying screams. Viesa, that thing is scary, and you see what you see what Gialbri was talking about.
Mm-hmm. I cast slow.
Ooh. Takes a wisdom save. Unfortunately, no.
That's my turn.
Gronk, you have no idea what they're talking about. They're talking about mirrors. You saw your friend who also likes to hit things has run up and started hitting nothing.
Okay. Gronk, go over here. You say, "Give me mirror." And hang on, no, it's okay. We can take a couple more steps. I take the mirror. I don't care. Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, you're good to just grab it.
Okay. Can I now see what we're dealing with?
Yep. It's a weird thing to be looking in the mirror and see something giant like that.
Ugh. Gronk moves up here and starts attacking. Is this a disadvantage?
I think so, because you're looking at a mirror while trying to swing away from the mirror.
Yeah,
That's a bit weird.
it's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Gronk is sad.
Yeah, Gronk is sad.
Gronk action surges because why
Oh,
not?
okay. Action surge.
Do it.
Gronk sad.
Wow.
Gronk very sad.
Wow, the sadness.
And the funny thing is, the disadvantage didn't hurt there at all, except for on the 50. Well, actually, no. Yeah, the disadvantage didn't hurt there. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. One of our 4 would have possibly. Oh, that's just.
None of them would have hit. And even better.
Crying's a free action, right?
Yes, crying is a free
always
action. Gronk. You don't know. Well, you do know because you've seen it, but you don't see it. It's a very weird experience. 9 does not hit you.
It would probably have advantage because I can't see it either.
And I don't think either of those hit you. Gronk. Gronk.
Well, that's the thing. Are you rating, like he said, are you rating it as it has advantage because it's technically invisible to him?
I'm gonna say no.
But then again, he does have the mirror right now, so he can see it. It's
Yeah,
just awkward to attack it.
I'm gonna say no. But does 12 doesn't hit. 16 doesn't hit Sue, right?
Technically, two-handed, so yes, it would because I'm not using a shield at the moment.
Okay, so Sue.
It's a sad thing.
You get 10 damage.
Ow.
Gronk is awake now.
Well, it was Sue that got the damage, not you. So Sue, not
Sue
Gronk.
Sue got damage. Okay.
Don't you two get confused over who you are, for fuck's sake.
Oh no. Singularity, it's happening.
Also, everybody in the wagons. Also, you notice they stop forgetting. Gronk, you stop forgetting. You can now see it now. Same with the other two with the mirrors. You can see it now.
Gronk is very sadly action surged.
You all can remember it. Galbraith.
Does remembering it bring any horrific revelation?
No.
Then fuck it.
No, please don't fuck it. I've been there, dude.
Can I get advantage from here?
You can. You're technically flanking.
Yep. Teeth of the gallant worm.
I think that's enough, but let's see.
30 damage.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep, that is enough.
It could have been worse. I held off because there is nothing in the text that says I can't take the one that also does lightning damage.
It latches onto a head, it kicks and scratches, and with enough time, a head pops off. It is deheaded, and it is a grotesque looking thing. But now it only has 4 heads.
Oh, great. We're gonna do it 4 more times.
Anything
Well,
else?
come on, the rest of you, pick up the slack. That's it for my turn.
Brill, you can see it now. The whole thing. You don't like it.
Stand here.
I will be accepting apologies later. 'Cause I am owed them.
You're no longer at disadvantage, and with your positioning, you have advantage.
Yeah. Hit.
22 hits.
Look
Ooh,
at
nice
that.
sneak
Get
attack.
fucked.
Turns out she was reading the stat block wrong. It's immune to normal attacks. We've actually done 0 damage.
No, it's not.
That would be sad.
And besides, this is also technically a, a homebrew. So I mean, there's no
That's
such
my
thing. There's no official 5e stat block for this. But anything else?
No. That's all I had.
Well, there is something. It's very, very mad at this stage of the game. It looks at you and lets out a shrieking wail.
You started it.
All of you who are up next to it, so Gronk, Sue, Brill, and the puppet. It is wow, is there even a save for this? Nope. So it's 2d4 psychic damage. Can your puppet take psychic damage?
It's a construct. They're not inherently immune unless it says on their stat block, so I'd assume I still take it.
So Gronk, Sue, Brill, and puppet take 5 damage.
No, I take it. Not the puppet.
Okay, you take it, okay.
Which I guess would mean, yeah, it's definitely not immune. They call the feature recoil.
Elmer.
Well, I think I have a good idea. It involves. Well, first of all, I'm not invisible anymore.
Yeah, that's huge.
Running over here. And Yen using stick. Twice.
Only because of your advantage, you hit twice.
Yes.
Maybe it would hurt more if that thing was actually sharp.
Sticks are cool.
So anything else?
Yeah, no, that's all I can do for now.
Why would you
Sue.
not choose a perfectly good stick? Nunchucks is like a stick with a erectile function.
Oh, don't get me on the I love Shad. It's
Ooh.
like they took this stick and then they
Sue.
broke it for some reason. I think it's good.
You hit that. The minute you take that big giant swing, you immediately lop a head off.
Good hit.
It's getting
I'll
stronger with
announce
the
the
loss of.
headsman shortly.
It's getting stronger with the
You-
loss of heads, right?
Oh no.
It has 3 heads.
You've got a damage number you can
Don't-
re-roll
why-
there,
why
or
must
2 of
you
them
remind
actually.
me of this?
Yep.
That's okay. You lot have this. Stay in there.
So that's what 17 damage on that one. Okay.
It's funny because it looks like the character's hanging back, but he's actually taking all the hits.
Wow. Okay, so how much damage is that? You lost to lop off another head. Just immediately. It is down to 2 heads.
Turns out the thing had no real defense mechanism.
Not sure
Well,
yet.
I had the whole-
I think I'm about to find out what the other heads do.
Well, it's fine. It'll be most angry at you. We're fine.
It also, now that it's lost 2 heads, lets out another shrieking wail. And everybody around takes 5 psychic damage. I didn't appreciate that. I don't think it likes you all. Anything
Him
else, sir?
especially.
Like you either.
Is there anything else from Sue?
No, other than that he can't do anything else. So he's just going to look expectantly at what's about to come towards him.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, if you want, you could second wind if you're missing a big chunk of HP.
All right.
Not quite enough yet.
Okay.
See and hope that works.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, what's the big fight? Did you really not want to burn a higher spell slot?
Well, let's see. Hypnotic pattern would hit all our friends, and I don't think it'd work on him.
You can
Slow
put
would
it.
hit all our friends.
You can put
Don't
hypnotic
think it'd
pattern
work.
over here. It probably wouldn't work on it.
Yeah, and slow is a 40-foot cube.
Again, you can
But-
just put the corner on them.
Little tough though. And inspiration to go.
Grunk, you have inspiration.
Okay. As a bonus action, Gronk is going to scream at it just because, yeah. Gronk is annoyed.
A 26 and a 21 hit. You're lucky you have. You almost missed it again.
One of those is actually a crit.
Well, it should have come up if you clicked it.
I
Oh,
had
no,
it
'cause
on
it- You had it on disadvantage.
unfortunately. So that's another D10,
Okay.
which I'm re-rolling.
Okay.
21 damage.
Yep. Do we have anything else?
No, that was about it. I'm hoping it's not feeling as well as it used to.
It is not. It only has 2 heads. And does it? Technically, yeah, it does need this.
But like a blind man, its other heads have gained strength from the loss of the other heads.
All right. So first off, how does this work? Okay. Viesa, give me a wisdom save. It also does not give me the. Let me check the. Oh, I don't have the save DC written up properly in here. That's a problem. But Viesa, wisdom save.
Okay.
As you all see it look and it swivels its head. And you felt like it tried to do something with you. It was very uncomfortable. It's weird. It doesn't have eyes, but it was staring right at you, and you didn't like it. It felt like
No.
it was in your brain.
Hmm.
It makes a very, very mad sound at you, by the way. It's very mad that happened. Brill?
No, I'm
Oh,
glad
9
it's-
doesn't hit. You're lucky.
Glad it's mad.
Sue? I think a 19 hits, Sue.
Yeah, 19 hits.
14. You're feeling a bit owie. It also doesn't look like it's doing that hot. And you also notice it kind of settles in a little bit, and it kind of, one of its beheaded stumps starts to wiggle a bit.
Need
The
to kill it
Aubrey.
quicker.
Yeah, it's looking a bit healthier.
Well, I must step inside. You have done a wonderful job, but it is time for a gallant hero, so I put him back in my pack. Then pull out the great hero himself, Ornestray. For he has not had time to do anything just yet. He has already cleaved this creature before, let him do it again. But not today.
Not today, unfortunately.
It's a weird fucking set. Triple sevens.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
Grill. It tried to claw you.
So the stabbing shell.
-20 hits, yep. -6. -11.
Nice. Did I have a stage lead right around?
Elmer.
All right, that's it. I'm gonna hit this thing once with the stick with this magic power. Again.
You hit.
And that does an extra 1 damage.
13.
And the 15 hits as well.
Well, you have the.
Oh, wait, 20, yeah. There we go.
So 19. Not bad.
And that's all.
So, it tried to eat you. It bit you.
Oh, I'm going to bite back with a sword.
$14. And hey, you get a crit. However, this time the head doesn't come off.
Oh, slightly disappointed.
It
And
seems
I
like
will use my second wind now. Let's see, how do I work this? Okay, 1d10.
D10 plus 6. Unless you're a weird multi-class.
Okay, so 6 on that is 13.
Woohoo! Yes, sir. It tried to do something to you.
It did. So let's try this again. Slow.
Once again, with feeling.
Hey, if I can keep burning its high rolls on resisting this stuff, I'm fine with that.
It's a good spell.
It's a good spell, yes.
Super annoying.
So slow is a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. It is slowed.
Ah! It starts like it and then it kind of shakes it off.
Legendary resistance burned.
Bingo.
And I'll give an inspiration to Sue. That's my turn.
Gronk.
It's time for the axe again. Does a 15 hit?
The 15 do not hit.
You do have a D8 of inspiration you can use.
Oh yeah, you didn't use the inspiration last time.
Okay, let's add a d8 to that. 15. The 17 hits.
17 hits.
Both those should hit now.
Both of them hit now.
$16.
It swivels its head and one of the heads looks at you. The other one is staring at Sue.
Okay.
And it looks around. And the other head stays on Sue, because Sue just lopped off 2 of its heads. So it is gonna bite. Ooh, boy. Sue? Wow. So, Sue, you take 11 damage. That was lucky.
Bit painful, but never mind.
Gyalbry, one of the claws comes reaching out. Oh, 9 does not hit. Wow, you are all very lucky.
Doing well.
Oh, and oop, I forgot. Yep, it kind of does that thing again where you think it's feeling a little bit healthier.
Miss VS, if you would ever so kindly put a hand around the Sphinx throat, one of them, multiple if possible.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, my friend, dig deep. Feel the resolve. Sally forth. This monster needs to be slayed, to be put down. Well, at least it's a hit.
Yep.
For 15.
Takes 15. And it gets very mad and it lets out another shriek. Which would be...
Pretty sure I only take the damage once.
Yeah, you would only take it once.
No, double damage.
So everybody around it gets 4 damage. I think is the horse dead by now?
Probably.
The horse is still alive,
And the
barely.
horse
Don't forget, it gets a roll to shake off slow.
The horse?
No, sure, it burned a
Monster.
legendary resistance.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yes, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
That is true.
But anything else? Yeah, Albury.
Let's see here. No, that is it for me.
Grill.
it's still standing. Because we can.
19 hit.
Never mind. I'm helping, guys. Don't worry, I got this.
Oh, you're still here?
You're trying. You're doing your best.
He stabs it, pulls the
Doing it
rapier
bad.
out, starts prestidigitating it. Yeah, I'll try again.
Elmer. Your friend next to you just tickled it.
Let me show you why you need just a club, a good old-fashioned club. Do it again. Bop, bop.
You get 2 nice hits, yep.
And that's okay. 2 more damage. There we go.
That's a interesting D8 you've got there.
Yeah, I think I should have picked a different subclass.
I'm calling bullshit on this roll 20. Come on.
Anything else?
No, I'll stand here.
Sue. If this happens again, I'm gonna die laughing.
Let's hit the bloody thing.
You hit. And you hit.
16, 17, 18. Fascinating.
With the first hit,
Do I
a second head comes off. It is down to 1 head.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave that. No, I'll give it a go. I can re-roll the 2 dices in the last one. I think
No, they have to be ones, don't they?
it's 2s or 1s, I believe.
Either way, everybody around take 5 damage.
Ugh.
I'll leave it. What the hell?
Viesa. It only has 1 head.
It does.
Yeah.
But I have to move a little closer now. Right. And first things first. There's that. I should make that smaller next time because I don't want to. But I will use the College of Glamour. to expend a bardic inspiration and give number of creatures I can see up to they get 5 temporary hit points.
Woo.
So, wait, is there exact amount of how many people? Is there a limit? There should be a limit. No? Oh, equal to my charisma modifier, so 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody but Gronk.
Yep, I don't have enough to get Grunk yet. And I know he's tanky enough. And for my action,
Oh yeah, I forgot. Bloop.
no, I don't think a 14 hits.
14 does not hit.
Yep, that's my turn.
Gronk.
Gronk is feeling slightly annoyed, so he's going to continue with the good things.
26 and an 18 hit. You notice that things have gotten it's hurt. You don't know exactly how hurt, but it hurt.
Good.
But it does that thing again, and this time it swivels its head around. Yalbury, wisdom save. Wow, yep. You know, this would be a lot worse if you all weren't passing your saves.
I think it's clear that Giolbri has had enough of his thing shit for a while.
Elmer? Does not hit. Wow.
I'm okay.
But that definitely hits Sue. Sue keeps lopping its head off. So that's 10 damage to poor Sue.
Okay.
It also, you see it shakes itself, that head, that neck starts kind of craning about. It does the thing again. It now has a second head. It's regrown one of its heads.
Oh, bullshit.
And fire damage doesn't stop it.
Nope. The Albury. It has 2 heads again.
I think it's losing one of them.
Let's go.
If it had more than 2 heads, it would be losing one. But let's see.
Ooh.
How much damage is that?
22 on the first. And then 18 on the second.
You want to save some dice for the rest of us?
What? Are you feeling inadequate next to the puppet?
It does lose a head.
Puppets are bullshit.
It loses one more head, Gielbry. It latches on and it just kicks and scratches. It looks like it wants to flee.
Oh no, this is the knight sallying forth on it. This is a
Oh, yeah,
little
that's what I meant.
1
Yeah.
foot tall, like toy soldier sort of thing, slashing at it with precise motions. And Gialbri beside it with the fucking fey wires doing the same thing.
You all get the strong suspicion if you don't kill it now, it is going to run.
I have led us towards the finale. Please, someone give us the big final moment.
Watch out.
18 hits.
I mean, it's a hit. One of these dice. There. Okay.
You're almost as good as a puppet.
After all of this time of not doing anything,
Bullshit, man.
you do something. How do you want to skewer its last head?
So gonna poke it. Yeah, try to poke it through the eye hole.
Well, I mean, there is no eye hole, but
But
Make an eye hole.
Poke it through the head, forward, and then my sneak attack. I get all crafty. I pull the rapier out, and I come down on top.
he successfully skewers it, and it stays still. The thing is there. And it's dead. Whatever this thing is, you've ended it.
Make sure it stays dead.
Yeah. Must make sure.
I've got 2 of those. I'll help.
The weird thing is, I also had 2 of those.
Yeah.
They
Guys,
specify that the puppeteer gets 2 knives.
Yeah. Go for the rapier, 2 knives. So, why not?
The lore doesn't specify one way or the other, but I say this is how this works. Guys, you remember everything. It's kind of a weird sensation because it all hits you at once.
Oh, brain zaps. Yeah.
Oh, that poor girl.
Oh man.
You saw the dog get eaten. You saw the girl get eaten. You saw both of your compatriot drivers get eaten.
Oh, I'm sad now.
Everybody looks shell-shocked. Everybody in the wagons, the people are looking out the wagons now very tentatively, and nobody knows what to do.
When you see we take a moment, I'm gonna go over here. Kind of throws up.
What do you think the chances are it just took him somewhere and hit him?
You remember seeing them get eaten.
Like piece by
Rilla's
piece,
not
not whole?
taking this well. He does not feel
it's
good.
whole. Just eat them whole.
Rilla's sick to his stomach.
Well, a knave may have stood in at the last moment, but we know you won the victory, Ornestre. You did well. Let us polish the gallant knight, and we all still have a march to go. Far from this hideous ended thing.
He's pressing shade of puke out of his goatee.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a weird thing to say. Do we want to check it for bodies if there's anything left in there to, bury?
I am not going to root around. You just go ahead, by all means. I am
Well,
fine being distant from that thing now.
you really want me to do this?
no. Should we send a message back to the village because they probably remember everybody too now, right?
I could try to retrieve an object from the container.
Oh god.
That would require opening. A mage hand is not going to just be able to do that. Sorry.
Oh, I can't run around with it with my mage hand.
Gronk will go to work.
That's the whole reason I took this class. I can't root in corpses with my mage hand. This is bullshit.
Not without cutting it open.
This is bullshit.
But yeah, you can cut open it. You think it's the stomach? And there are bones of various sizes in there, and there are some very disgusting, partially dissolved peoples. It takes a little bit to work out which is the more digested human or the human child, or the more or less digested halfling. There is no hope at figuring out which of the 2 men is in there. But yeah, there's a correct number of corpses and bone sets.
Gronk is sad.
Nathaniel doesn't know what to do now. This is beyond what he was expecting, and he really wanted to think that nothing was wrong.
Gronk is digging holes.
Yeah, I don't really help dig the holes and prep the stuff.
Eventually, the other 4-horse drivers go over and start trying to help you with that. Amelia is very not happy because her husband is apparently one of those people that are currently laying on the ground. The whole family, the poor Whisper Woods, are very upset. And yet, you dig your graves. One of you is one of you able to actually, do burials properly? Or are you going to be flying by the seat of your pants here?
We have 2 spellcasters, technically.
Well, Sue's used to be based off background slightly religious. Let's go for that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, former acolyte. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I guess Sue knows how, at least theoretically knows how to give people a send-off.
Or at least gets most of the main points across anyway. Let's go with that.
And eventually, the discussion comes up. Do you all keep going now that the problem has been solved, or do you just go back?
We move forward, of course.
The village probably already knows what's happened.
A lot of people are having a horrific moment right now. Best not to waste it. By having Frey come through here, this place will hopefully be more preserved. Or settled. The foul creature.
What are the chances that somebody that we were related to, one of our characters, had somebody they just remembered also that was eaten by this thing?
Thankfully, none of you remember
Are you-
anybody other than what went with
I know what you want. You just want Elmer to send up and go, "My wife?"
It really did eat her.
She wanted to, as a furbolg, she wanted to take over a forest and picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
If you want, you can remember a wife.
No.
I will indulge.
Why?
There you go.
If she hadn't died, I never would have gotten to politics, and none of this would be happening.
I could have just been focusing on growing mushrooms. Actually, you know what? I'm glad she's dead.
I always wondered why beet stew didn't taste so good one day.
And yes, while the mood has been soured, you are successful. You have found a pass through the Galena Mountains that only you all know of. And you all can cut 10 days off of the trip to Vasa. Does it feel good?
We're gonna be rich because we can exploit this pass that no one else knows about yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all better keep your mouths shut.
I'd hope for something more, but this is certainly not tax-free. I can't put something this horrible on stage.
No. Let's not work with a guy named Nathaniel next time.
Nathaniel just looks over. You've known me for a while, good sir.
You can still hear his voice. It's like he's still with us.
Yeah. I don't appreciate that right now, thank you. If you're going to take jabs, wait until after we've left sight of my daughter's grave.
And that's the end of the session.
It is!
Hooray!
Congratulations,
Although
guys. You finished by being assholes.
You did successfully, though, make it to Palace Chuck, and they did set up their shop as intended, just short one child.
Yep. They can always make a new one.
Is there a palace
It's a
now?
child.
They're
It's
also
a
short of
short-term
dogs.
investment.
and you will, of course, get to stay there for about 10 days before you have to go back through the pass.
And we're never seen again.
There were two
Yep.
of them. Damn.
I have a
Two?
new
Who are you
supply-
kidding?
supply
There was
chain.
10.
Oh, Rich.
And we found the straggler.
Yeah, that was the lame
What?
one.
Yes. You have successfully found what was haunting the pass at Bellinal. That's it. You're done.
And now I
It was
hit the
actually a
button.
one-shot.
I'm gonna be rich.
We actually did a one-shot for a change.
Nah, it drove around by 30 minutes, doesn't count.
It does count.